And welcome to Shazam Campaign 2. Wait, what? There's no one
What?
here? Wait,
What is
no,
this?
wait, what? There's no one here talking to me? This is just to emphasize a poorly done joke, and the joke's been overdone. How much? Oh, that much. Well, take it away, our real DM.
Please, peasant. Just hurry up and finish your announcements.
Alright, welcome to the Fiendish Infection D&D one-shot, DM'd by longtime player, Snow.
Hello.
Dun, dun, da, da. Dun, dun, da, da.
I am
Also, may
joined.
or may not be multiples.
I am joined here today by fellow player Richard,
Hello.
Jacob, and Fury,
Hi.
and of course me. Now, before we start,
gonna
I think
die.
we do have a few announcements to make because we have probably prolonged saying anything about this. I know no one probably watches this, but on the off chance that one ever does, I think we've addressed this before, but Looming Shadows of Sidria is canceled. The V1 version. We're playing a private version, a reboot, and the reasons are for many, but one of them is because of a certain player who I will not name for the sake of ambiguity. But yeah. So this is probably the last time we on stream, at least for a while, you're probably going to see characters like Garrick and Ellerin.
Yeah. And Kevin, for that matter.
Yeah. Second, the stream overlay shows a character named Rom. That is because Deacon was supposed to join us, but he has probably canceled on us, so...
He has not given me a message back. He told me that he would think about it, but has not given me a response.
Therefore, I'm leaving it
so-
there for if he does show up, just to be respectful. But
Just to be respectful, but if he doesn't, then
doesn't.
I can still do this story without him. It's not his role in the story is not really that big, sadly to say.
and speaking of
But-
which, how about I leave it to our DM right now, because this is her game.
Oh lord.
So you can explain what's happening.
Okay.
And scene.
And she's gone.
I'm right here.
Oh.
Motherfuckers.
Please, take it away.
Within the vast lands of the Astral Sea, there are multiple material planes in existence. Different ones with many different people, many different systems, many different livelihoods, and how their lives work. In one of the far corners of this Astral Sea, within the areas of the many, many material planes that exist, we are visiting a plane by the name of Tervakia. All of you find yourselves in a mist of smoke, and you hear laughing, a guttural laugh of maybe to some of you very, very familiar. Other than for one. We go down, down, down into finally what's reaching the lower, or what I would say, southern part of the runic region. A large bit of continent in the middle of this world, where the majority of its population is elves, humans, dwarves, and many other more humanoid races. We travel out to an edge, a cove, in the ravine, tall, hundreds of stories tall, and wyverns flock amok, a main mode of transportation within the wyvern's cove. But this is not where we will start this session. We are starting out in a forest, not too far off from the wyvern's cove, as a portal opens. And Fury, introduce yourself.
Before that, real quick, just how do you spell the name of this world?
Well, actually, Teravakia, so it is spelled like this. I don't have. Actually, let me get my phone. Actually, no, I can't start with you, Fury. I gotta start with you, Kevin.
For the sake of audience, just I think also describe character because
Please describe your character.
Hello, guys. My name is Kevin. Kevin Putman. I'm just an average elf. I'm an Asmar. Well, kinda. I'm a little average. I have an average beard, an average mustache that connects to said beard, and the brown. I have shaggy brown hair, glistening silver
General.
eyes,
Thank you.
and I'm wearing a brown leather chest piece and some black slacks and some ranger boots. And I'm wearing a black cloak. And beyond my back, I have a magical glistening blue bow.
As this portal opens, you are thrusted onto the floor in the forest, and what is going on? Your body starts to feel like it's trying to keep itself together. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Constitution saving threat. Oh no.
Constitution saving threat.
I like this. A 17.
You know what?
17.
First roll of the one shot. Good job, Kevin.
Good job,
I forgot to
Kevin.
mention he is 5'10". Does this affect anything?
Absolutely nothing.
You have a -10 to your saving throw.
Damn
Actually,
it, I hate being tall! I'm short.
a 17, you fail. You bring it, whatever it is, it feels like it's sapping you of your energy, your essence, your life, as you're crippling down to one knee. You're in wretched pain, coughing, like if you can't breathe. But you're a warrior, you're a fighter. You're able to keep yourself from crumpling down to the floor and going prone. You see in front of you is this odd looking fox. Very small, petite, with violet furs and light blue eyes. And on its back is a small little. Well, what do you want to call it? A halberd?
I
Or
roll
just
nature check.
simply just a staff. And crisscrossing with it is another staff with a lamp on it, just hanging on it, with odd purple fire. It's just sitting there, staring at you, before it sits up and crosses its paws.
What? I mean, I just landed here in this realm. I mean,
So
are
just to
you
confirm,
mad
is
at
this
me
a...
for...
Sorry, just to confirm, is this a quadruped or a biped?
A quadruped.
Okay, just wanted to check.
Am I...
You got a little ketchup on your face, boy.
Wait.
As you,
Okay, so let's
if you
see.
brush your,
Either...
if you brush your nose, you actually get blood on your
Ugh.
glove.
Either I just came out of a combat encounter, this is a nightmare, I'm drunk again, or somehow I can speak to animals.
You're not speaking to an animal, dipshit. I mean, not many actually know who I am anymore, which is
Can I roll a
disappointing.
nature check? Or a history check? To see what this creature is?
Arcana or history, whichever you're choosing at disadvantage because you don't know. This is foreign.
We're gonna go Arcana! And that's an 8. Yeah, probably 9.
It's just a talking fox that dyed its fur.
Okay. So I gotta ask, Are you an Arcanoloth?
What? Do I
Okay,
look
great.
like a fiend
You're-
to you?
Listen. I've in my entire world that I
I'm
just
not
came
gonna listen
from.
to any of you folk. You folks fucked off eons ago. But ooh, all of a sudden she disappears within a whoosh
The
of
fuck?
smoke, and then all of a sudden you feel a little lighter. All of a sudden you feel like something's missing.
Did you take my bow?
Of course not, dearie. I'm borrowing it. You hear her, and
Oh,
she's up. You see this fox up in the tree holding your bow.
That's real funny considering the fact that Kevin would go and snap his fingers to summon it back to him.
It doesn't summon back.
What? The fuck? What the?
Trust me. In this world, your folk is weak. One's withering away, the other one's causing chaos.
But that is
and
a
the third one is dead.
bow that was created by a god.
What is a
So you're
god anymore? They all fucked off. But either way, this thing, it is. Woof! Booming with magic.
I would like it back,
wonder-
please.
No. No. It is mine for the time being. I wonder what it is. I should probably go take it to who's this weird ass cat? She's the only one that still like praises God, but gods are dead. So, oh well, I guess I'm just gonna start traveling. Goodbye. And she jumps down and starts running.
Wait a minute.
Do you follow, or are you going to stay where you are?
I'm gonna cast magic missile on this bitch. I want my bow back.
You want to cast magic missile?
Well, I mean, I don't have anything else to attack them with. That's
Well,
the
she reaction
downside.
shield, so it doesn't matter anymore.
What? Wait, but shield. Wait, does shield? Wait a minute.
Now, at what level are you casting magic
Oh,
missile?
damn it. Fuck.
What level
I'm
are
gonna
you
cast
casting
it at 7th level.
Oh, oh no!
The small little vixen reacts as this aura, this dome shows up around her, blocking all your magic missiles. Now, roll me a D100, please.
37.
So you fail. Roll me another D100.
45.
45. So you feel your body start to state and converse, and you're turned into a big chunk of ham.
What?
Kevin thinks to himself. "Oh,
Kevin
fuck
turns
did
into
I-"
a ham.
Turns into a
Like cooked ham.
Like just cured ham?
At this point, I
Okay.
would like to say that I'd make a pun, but I'm pretty much cooked right now.
You turn
God
into a
damn it.
succulent cooked ham for 10 rounds.
So a minute.
While a ham, you're incapacitated and have vulnerability to all damage. The gold
Well-
plate that you appear upon can be sold for 5 gold pieces.
Well, Darius back home. At least, Darius back home. I'm glad he's not here.
You're a
Otherwise,
fucking hunk of meat. You can't think.
I can't too.
Well, after a minute, you can.
After a minute,
Well, he goes and openly says after a minute, I'm glad Darius isn't
sitting
here,
on this
otherwise he'd
golden
consider
plate.
me to be a snack.
You're sitting on this golden plate, and you see this vixen just standing there. She stopped after she realized you casted magic on her, and she watched you turn into a piece of ham, and she just goes,
What?
I'm gonna. No. As much as I don't like that bow, I would like my bow back.
why am I going to freaking give you a bow when you just turned into a hunk of ham, man?
Because that bow is important.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Oh well, if you want it back, you're gonna have to follow me around. And ew, oh, creepy man following me around. She starts to run again. Do you follow?
Let's see, on one hand, I could get rid of that bow, but on the other hand, I can actually save people with that bow. But on the other hand, I really don't like that bow. But a god gave it to me. But there are no gods here. Nah, Kevin's not gonna follow.
What do? You're in the middle of this forest feeling like absolute garbage. By the way, reduce your HP to 1/3.
So let's see, that's...
2 1/3 or by 1/3?
To 1/3.
Oh, well, shit.
That was what the con save was for.
Well, he's gonna just stumble around.
You're just gonna stumble around and roll me a D100, I guess. I don't know.
It's 53.
So as you're walking, you fall down a hole.
Can I at least make a save to avoid the hole?
Dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Fuck.
You fall down a hole.
Wait a minute. Wait. What type of... Oh, wait, no, I'm in the forest. Never mind.
You're in a
Right.
forest. So you're walking, you're stumbling around.
Whoa,
you're
wait
trying
a minute. Am I able to use my Radiant Soul to fly myself, like, to try and fly myself, like to catch myself before I even fall in the hole?
Are you sure you want to do that?
What
It's
is...
gonna be on me.
So what I'm hearing is I can't use my wings either. Alright, then.
Seems like this
I-
world.
That's-
It seems like this
There's
world's
no
not kind of
gods,
celestial.
that makes
Well,
sense.
yeah, celestials seem to be suffering here.
I'm just saying. Are you sure you want to do that?
No, because I have a feeling if I do that, I'm just gonna wind up dead.
So you're gonna let yourself fall down the hole.
I mean, it's either probably combust or fall down and kersplat. I'll take the kersplat.
You fall down the hole and you find yourself being slid down into a room full of crystals, large, of any color imaginable, but most of them are bright, vibrant green. It is actually very well lit in here. And what's your passive perception?
19.
You realize that within these crystals are the shapes of creatures of many different sizes, from mice to even humanoids. The biggest you see is a Goliath. A wide variety of creatures look shriveled up, like the life has been sucked out of them within these crystals. There seems to be not only the way back up from the hole, but it's going to be a bit of a climb, and it's a tight squeeze. But there's two ways. There's two ways that you could go: left or right.
Well, as the saying goes, in a lot of different ways, go right because it's right. I mean, surely there couldn't be anything dangerous at the end of these halls. I mean, this entire place is probably going to kill me at some point. Well, Kevin, you've lived a good life. We're gonna go right.
As you walk through these tunnels, you feel yourself slowly and slowly gaining some of your strength back. Bring your health back up to half. As the magic here actually feels more familiar, feels more balanced instead of what was happening up above, as it felt like everything just wanted to tear itself apart. Going down the right corridor, you encounter a big room with a huge crystal formation in it, and within it, multiple people, a variety of humanoids, are petrified with anger, fear, and they seem all to be wearing a very similar uniform to one another, with a badge wielding a hammer, a fist and hammer. There seems to be another corridor at the end of this room, but if you look behind this crystal, you actually see a little bit of a more open space. And some of the walls actually look to be shaped into shelving, where smaller, tiny crystals with smaller animals and objects are staying within them.
Hmm. Kind of, kind of twisted fuckery that I run into this time. There are crystals
My,
here,
my
and
home.
well, unfortunately, I fell down through a hole and I accidentally stumbled into this place. And quite frankly, I would rather just leave, but unfortunately, I can't just climb up the way I came because like it's too tight of a fit. Also, who are you, and where are you?
My cavern. My home. I only allow you in for what you are. You dare speak in the presence of a dragon like that?
Listen, I mean no respect here in what I'm about to say, but
You
I
mean
just
no
want to get out.
respect?
And I mean no disrespect in what I'm about to say, but I just would rather get out of here as soon as I can. I don't know where I came from. I just popped out of a portal through the very essence of the sky. And at the time of upon coming here, I was fighting some sort of bullshit down in some underground tavern, tomb. Yeah, I'm kind of just ready to get out of here. Hell, I don't even know what type of I don't even know what continent I'm in. The magic here is all fucked, and how some stupid fox went through and stole my bow. So if I could get the way out of here, that would be great, please. And thank you. That's not gonna lie.
A
I don't
young-
want to fight you because I know I'm not gonna be able to win.
A young, arrogant, selfish fool. You have my blessing to live. And then the ground around you starts to shift and shake, and then the ceiling breaks open, and you see the sky, and then all of a sudden, you are shot up into the sky with massive force as the ground beneath you just shifts, and then shoves you straight up.
Oh, karma's a bitch!
As you're flying up into the sky, you notice that the big hole that formed above you is now below you, and it closes instantaneously. So now you're gonna hit the floor. What are you gonna do?
Well, this is all great and fun, but now I'm going to die. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna attempt. I mean, at this point, how high am I up in the sky? I assume
You
like
are shot
68.
about 150 feet up in the sky. You're pretty high up.
Well, I have nothing else to do. I could either go down like a Looney Tunes character, or I'm gonna try. Hang on. Do I have anything?
Can you see any civilizations near
Yes,
something up in the
he
air?
could actually see a town like about 1 or 2 miles, like a couple miles off. You see this huge dome of a structure, and then around it is like a town of sorts. As from the dip that you could see, that must be like a cliff or something, and then on the other side you see like these massive, like several story tall stables. But that's all you can see as you're falling.
Radiant Soul.
As your radiant soul, roll me another Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
You got this, bud.
You got this.
I don't have this.
You have
You
favored by the
Because it is
gods.
going to be
You have favor by the gods.
god, right?
Favored
Well,
by the Gage.
That's if
Yeah.
favored by the gods even work in this.
It's a class ability. Should. Your magic works. Plus, it's from internal. Also, I believe with favored by
No.
the gods, that you get to know how much you failed by to see if you can even use it or not.
Let's see. If you fail a saving throw, you can roll 2d4 and add it to the total, possibly changing the outcome.
So right now
Once you
you're
use
failing by 6.
Oof.
Well, I might as well give it a try. That's 2d4. Oh wait, no, that's
2d4, yes, it's 2d4.
Yeah. 2d4.
yeah, it's 2d4. All right. Well, I'm gonna use that. See if it helps. Fuck.
Bring your health, like, let me see where you're at right now.
I'm at 58 HP.
You're at 58, so bring yourself down to a whopping 15.
Jesus!
This world clearly is not kind of celestial, so I feel like as soon as I enter Garrick, I'm gonna go through some shit too.
So you're falling, and your wings spread in its translucent essence. You feel your body just wanting to just tear itself apart. The heat leaving you as you're now stuck with really bad chills and more blood. You cough up blood, and it's just dripping from your nose and ears and your eyes.
I just realized I landed in another world. This is the D&D version of Dark Souls, but for Celestials.
Hey, I'm sure there's a way we can circumnavigate this.
Well, the way you could have circumnavigated, you threw it away.
We'll get to that whenever my turn comes up.
Oh my god.
Okay, to be
Anyway.
fair, I mean, Kevin's always been somewhat of an arrogant asshole, alright?
Exactly my point. He said, and I quote, "You're an arrogant, selfish prick."
Yeah,
But
I mean,
let's continue.
he
We're
knows
not-
that.
Yeah, we're not making fun of you, by the way, Jacob. We're just having fun.
No, I know.
So where are you going now that you can fly for like how many minutes? A minute?
A.
A minute?
A
I'm
minute.
1
going to
minute?
the nearest tavern to take a fucking nap.
Are you going to fly into the place, or are you going to like?
It's a mileage
No,
we're
I'm
off,
gonna-
so
No,
yeah.
what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get about a mile out, and then I'm gonna land and just walk the rest of the way there, while possibly being attacked by a bear. I'm not certain if that happened. I'm just throwing it in there.
Just hold out that bear attack. Sick way to die.
But
He
no,
gets arm torn off. Oh look, another Satra.
oh, no. Gets arm ripped off. That's just but a flesh wound.
This is but a flesh wound.
No, it isn't.
But no,
Tis but
it
a-
will go
tis
a
but a
mile.
scrap.
Tis
Look
but a
at
this.
scratch.
your arms off.
All right, let's keep going.
So-
No, Kevin will go about a mile in and then and then land, attempting to land safely.
You land. I mean, you've been in tougher situations, so you probably were able to handle your landing. Maybe like almost a stumble, but you're fine. It'll
Thank
take
goodness
you.
there's
It'll
no
take
lag.
you. It'll take you about like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours on foot to make it.
For a mile? Well, then again, he's
Maybe
injured.
less.
I mean,
Yeah, you're injured, so
I mean,
I'm giving
well,
you the
let's not
benefit of the
imply-
doubt.
Well, I was gonna say for a mile out, that's usually about a 15-minute
Wait,
walk.
you're a ranger. What's your favorite terrain?
It's mountains and well, it's mountains and Arctic. But I was gonna say either which way, even if this was a forest,
3-4 hours it'll take you.
for a
know.
mile.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean-
injured, yo. You're at
You're
15
injured.
health.
You're
Injured,
injured and
I would
wounded.
be
Literally,
more like
anything that's
30 minutes
existing
to an
right now
hour.
could literally bitch slap you into death, man.
Okay,
Do you
well,
want
okay.
that?
How about this? How about this? At least roll a d4 to see how long in times by that many hours. to
Okay,
see how many it would
D4,
take.
go ahead.
I mean,
Be
that's
fair.
fine. I'm just saying
Bruh.
it's more like an hour to an hour and a
It's
half.
D4.
No,
Just roll a
roll a
D4.
D4.
1
Here,
hour.
it takes you an hour.
Takes you an hour. There
Keep
you
in,
go.
yeah,
Happy.
keep in mind, Jacob. Kevin is feeling the life drained out of him. I feel like that would affect your speed because I feel like you again, like anyone in this situation would be like,
Bruh.
okay.
I
Yeah,
think
you're
fucking arguing me.
Well, no, I'm just. Well,
I'm gonna fight
never
you.
mind.
I'm gonna fight you.
But either way,
Listen, I'll fight you.
I'm the
What- what's
DM.
this?
Are you sure you want to do that?
all right. Jokes
Either way,
aside,
you
Talking to a DM.
shut
Do
the
you
fuck
want
up.
to do that?
all right.
Either way.
Fun aside, let's get back at it. So
Fun and semantics aside.
fun.
So after a while, you reach the edges of town, and it's bustling. It's at this area is actually bustling, and you find yourself in a weird town. It's actually very well built. It is extraordinarily organized. And you find yourself with like, where are the fucking horses? And you realize that these aren't horses. What? They're big, giant dogs, but they have draconic like features to them. And they're pulling these carts, and there are puppies running around and children running around. And you notice there is a larger, heavier looking of these weird dog dragon horse things, and on its head stands a kobold. She's looking around, and then she sees you. You're new.
Why? Yes.
Griff, come on. And Griff kind of you see this big, fat looking Draconine just like stumble over. It looks absolutely like happy with itself.
That.
And it lowers its head, and this tiny kobold that stands around 4 foot tall stands in front of you. She's wearing leather armor, has a rapier at his side, and her scales are a copper color.
Ooh.
She's looking up at you with blue eyes. You're a newcomer. Welcome to the Wyvern's Cove.
The wyverns. What?
The Wyvern's Cove?
I'm going to be honest with you. I've never heard of a wyvern's cove, or I actually don't know where I'm at. Well,
You,
in terms of this land.
you do seem like you have had it rough. You're bleeding quite a bit. I could take you to the apothecary.
No, I think I might be okay. I just need
You
to
don't look it.
lie down. No, I mean this isn't exactly. This isn't the. This isn't all that bad. Just needs to lie down for a bit. What is your name?
Oh, my name is Lord Naya.
Lord Anaya.
Yes, I am the lord of this city.
Oh, well, I would give you a no offense. I would give you a bow, but I
It looks like you're gonna fall over if you do. I do think that you should visit the apothecary, or by by the essence of yourself, you could probably visit the Arcanium.
what's the Arcanium?
She points to the big dome-like structure far off.
How
Over
the
there.
bloody
That is the Arcanium where the head of the scribes are. It remains for right now. She's not in the best of shape, but if you talk to Oberon, they could probably help you find a spot there, since the magic inside is actually very well balanced. I don't know how they managed it, but they did.
He shakes his head. Oh no, if the person who runs that place isn't in a great shape, I don't want to be a bother to them. They sound like they have their hands full as it is, so I suppose I'll go and head over to the apothecary. Lord, Lord, oh, go on.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
Lord and I have a question. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a while
Let's
ago I
let's
was.
let's walk and talk, okay? Griff. And Griff bows his head, and she's standing on its head again as you're
What
walking.
I want to say first and foremost, that is an impressive pet.
Oh, these are Dragonines. They make amazing pets. Well, they're not really
I
pets. They're more of companions, since they do show a little bit of consciousness, like intelligence.
hmm, I'm
My
kind of similar.
my my boy right here, he's just good with life.
Well, that's always good.
He is a good boy.
An
He is a
animal
good
should
boy.
always an animal should always be happy with life, no matter where they've come from or how they've been raised. And as for Griff, kind of sounds similar to a beast that roams somewhat common from where I hailed from, by the name of an owl bear. They can be pretty smart, but
Oh, don't compare these guys to owlbears. A pack of them
no,
can easily take one down.
a pack of the Draconians.
Yeah, these boys are really strong. They're about the. Have you not seen them working around? They're stronger than Clydesdales.
I'll be honest, this is my first time meeting a Draconine,
Well, they're
but
usually pertaining to these regions and grasslands, so probably not.
I can imagine based on on how he's built, Probably with his teeth, he could easily take down a few with the right tactics.
Oh,
No
no,
doubt that
he's just
you have
spoiled.
raised.
No,
I was gonna-
no, Griff here is just really spoiled.
Well, I mean, well,
He can still
more in
chomp
line
your
with
face
like,
off. But
well,
right
no,
now,
sure.
we should just focus on getting you to a healer.
Oh right, healer. You wouldn't happen to have seen a talking little fox roam around, a quadrupedal. It was able to stand up on its leg. It talked. It can apparently teleport. It sort of just took my bow.
You must have taken quite a shock to be hallucinating.
You know,
Come on,
given
it's only a couple blocks away.
I mean, given
She
every
looked way too nonchalant about this.
was this
Like this
normally
has happened many times before.
Is this normal? Out of curiosity, Lord Anaya.
I guess I've just become used to it. And that's where I end off with you, Kevin, for the time being. I'll get back to you later. Victim number 2, Fury, are you alive?
I am here.
Alrighty. The portal opens and you walk in to feeling vitalized. You feel stronger than you used to be. And out behind you is this tall creature who just decided to shrink himself to size, looking like a tiefling.
This is someone I know.
Yes, it is your master.
Who do we agree? What's his name again? Been a while.
Asmodeus.
Pneumonic infernal energy is strong here. Feel better than I felt in a long time.
Well, it's not infernal. It's more demonic. And it's
I always get the
really
two mixed up.
it's really bugging the shit out of me, so I really want this plane to be mine, but I can't really allow them to take over the plane. We're having to keep the war at a standstill. But you know you could do me the favor and find a way to get rid of it.
I'm back. What did I miss?
As you wish.
Furious is talking. Furious is talking with Asmodeus.
Yeah.
As you wish.
Not a couple miles off from here, because, you know, I can't show my wonderful face nearby, is a place called Weber's Cove. I need you to go there, and there are multiple ways to actually do this, but there's an artifact within the Arcanium. Find it, use it, and hopefully you'll get this shit done. Anyway, I'm out. I have other things to deal with.
Winning a war can't be easy.
I think she's gonna step away for a
Yeah,
sec.
her dad. Anyways, so first impression of this world. What do you guys think?
I can guess Kevin's response.
Out of game.
I like it. If
Seems
this
interesting enough.
were to become it's interesting. If I were to play in the campaign, I would not choose a spellcaster.
Or an ASMR.
Or a Celestial.
ASMR.
Well, actually, to be fair, an ASMR born here might adapt to it better.
Probably. I will be right back in a moment. I gotta go use the restroom.
Mhm.
Since it's Fury's turn. I'll be BRB.
Okay.
But yeah,
Garrick's gonna have an issue.
I don't know, because here's the thing. Garrick is a freaking petri dish of so many goddamn things.
We'll find out what happens.
Well, he is an Azamar, is he not?
He's an Asmar.
He's also the daughter of an elemental. Technically an abjuration as well, because they weren't from this plane.
You said he's the daughter of an elemental.
Son, my bad.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
Yeah. He also has relatives who are the gods of beasts, so you can add Yeah, like he's everything under the goddamn sun.
He's a petri dish.
Mhm.
Tallest poking your head in. You called?
You're not a petri dish.
You ain't a petri
Like you
dish.
said, sun.
Oh.
Everything under the sun. Tallest pokes their head in. You called?
You're not the sun either. You worship it.
Bitch, I'm fabulous.
You're also not the sun.
I am the heir of the sun.
Hmm?
I am the heir of the sun.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I mean, if we want to be technical, I guess technically Garrick is because Cassandra took that power, so she's the heir of the sun.
Fuck
And
off technicalities.
I'm just saying.
Fuck off technicalities. You're not the sun either. Fuck off.
Oh, I don't want to be, but in terms of who the heir of the sun is, I think it's the person who's the son of the
The
literal
sun. The son of the sun.
Now, can you imagine if we were in a universe with more than one celestial body orbiting overhead, and you were the seventh son of the seventh sun?
Oh my god.
I want to be the fifth son of the seventh son.
Like, what happens if you're the fifth son of the seventh son?
You're Malcolm.
I get that joke.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm in the middle. I get that joke.
Mm-hmm.
That show's so old.
Uh-huh.
Good.
But yeah.
Seriously, what the fuck was up with the
Also,
mother?
yeah, listen, I wasn't in regards to the player, I was never going to out them as, just it's pretty obvious. I think it's pretty obvious who it is. It's just I don't know, I don't want to be disrespectful.
I will. I'm just kidding.
Are we still live or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're live.
Dude, I don't break these up. You know how much editing, you know how much time editing takes?
Can't you just put it back on the part?
Dude, I would need video editing software if I stopped being live. I've had to restart every single time. We have a
No, no,
delay.
no, can't you just put it back on the?
Different overlay, dude.
Fair enough.
Like, yeah.
So once you put it from starting stream to stream, you can't put it back.
Not without having to do some editing.
Hmm.
That's how live streaming works.
Alright. I'm back. I'm sorry.
Welcome back.
You're good. Furiosa.
Yes.
So Asmodeus just turns around and he starts to head back into the portal.
She gives him a nod, and to describe my character, she's pretty tall for a tiefling on average. She stands about 6'2". Not sure actually. I mean, she's bigger than average. Tieflings are about the same size as humans, and human ladies anyway tend to be between 4 and 5 foot, somewhere around there. 6 foot is abnormal for a woman, so she's a little taller than average, mostly due to her unique leg structure. She has poking out from under her clothing that she's wearing, which I do actually have a reference image of, which I will put in the
Keep in mind, stream won't be able to see it.
Yeah, no, just for the rest of the group.
Yeah, because I'm not going to show our Discord to stream.
Fair enough, just for the rest of the group. She has these almost digigrade legs, like the thigh and the shin are plantigrade, but when it reaches her ankle, it shifts to a more digigrade posture. So she has really long feet with 2 clawed toes. Her hands are also similarly 2 clawed with a thumb. She has this purple sheen to her skin, and it tapers to a red at the extremities of her digits. Her claws are a slightly darker shade of red, as are her curled horns around her head. She has long black hair. Her eyes are slitted with a fiery orange iris and a black sclera. She also appears to be wearing black lipstick and has not vampire-like fangs poking out of her mouth, but she has a few fangs poking free. Has a more sunken nose appearance than most. Like normal, it's slightly more cat-like, you could say. It's not quite cat-like, but it's similar in the way it bridges. Much more pronounced forehead ridge. And across her back, on a a custom-made scabbard to hold two swords designed to be drawn from the back, because you can do it from the back, you just need a scabbard designed to do it. She has a pair of long swords crossed, one of which is a decently well-made one, just a normal everyday longsword with a slightly upswept guard and a disc pommel. The other one is much more ornate with an ivory handle, gold-like fitting. It's not actually gold, but it's similar. A double raven's head design on the pommel, and even when it's in the scabbard, from the handle alone, that thing has been kept in perfect condition. Like, that thing is very well cared for. You can tell even at a glance.
Quaint.
So, what will you do?
Uh,
A portal behind you closes.
she will take her master's advice and begin to head towards Avon Cove.
Roll me a d100.
Wyvern Cone.
Wyvern Cove, actually. Let's watch me get lost. 24.
You come across these odd ruins.
Interesting.
It seems to be of multiple structures, but the first one you approach seems to be the largest of all these structures.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go, you find a staircase that seems to have a hole like carved out into the wall. Like it's a staircase going down, and once you reach the bottom, it seems like there's a wall to the right. But it's actually a hole. There's a big hole in it, and a little bit of light coming from it.
She will. She'll try to investigate. She's going to approach as quietly as she can.
Roll me a stealth check.
Did that roll? No, it didn't. Normal roll. Oof!
Okay.
The feeling when that one.
When you crawl through the space, you find yourself in an area full of gems. And then you hear a whir, and the ground starts to rumble. And then nothing happens.
She's going to continue to look around. She's not going to touch any of the gems. She's going to observe.
What's your passive?
My passive is. Give me a moment. Perception 17.
You notice that a lot of these gemstones have animals petrified within them.
Oof. Not a fate I wish to end up with as.
Do you
She's going to-
decide to go further down?
If you can do so without touching the gems.
You can. You just have to duck, swerve, crawl. But you can. And after a little bit of walking, you enter a decently big tunnel, and you see a hole in the wall. It seems to be going up. You get a little breeze coming from it, and then you continue downward, and this big room with a big giant crystal, and within them are these group of people with similar uniform, with a hammer and fist as their badge.
I'm assuming I don't recognize the badge.
You do not recognize the badge.
Clearly some sort of order. Are they religious or just knightly? I'm not unsure.
Either way, they're all intruders.
Should have known there was something else down here. I don't mean to intrude, I was merely curious.
At least you're a lot friendlier than the individual before you.
There's no need to cause conflict when there isn't need for it.
Wise. As the ground begins to shake, and out comes a dragon pretty big. It's not like as big as it should be. But with the shape of its scales, it seems to be really, really old. It is huge in size, if you needed a reference. It's about the size of a huge creature.
Mhm.
And it's littered with scars. Its face has like the shovel-like kind of structure, and it's pretty clear that this is more of a burrowing creature. When you look carefully at its back, you notice that there's no wings.
Regardless, she's going to give a bow of respect to such a noble and powerful creature.
No need for that.
It's always best to observe one's manners, I've found.
It is a gesture that I rather limit.
As you wish.
What brings you into my lair?
Simple curiosity. I found staircase leading down to a hole, which is in a series of ruins up above, which is abnormal. Plus, being generally new on this plane of existence, things piqued my curiosity.
Ah. I've only recently made my den here. After the accident, about a little over a decade and a half ago.
She seems curious about said accident, but she's not going to pry. You've certainly got you've certainly got an impressive collection.
I think she had to step away.
Did you catch what I said?
Again, I think they had to step away.
I thought that was them coming back.
No, that was me. Well, from what I know about this character, I'm not surprised that they revere dragons. Don't
Alright,
take.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
And I said
Okay.
incident, not accident.
Right, the incident. She just responded, "You do have quite an impressive collection down here."
Not by choice.
Well, everyone has the right to defend themselves.
It's more than that. You've never heard of the diet of peridot dragons.
Not a species I'm familiar with.
Well, we peridot dragons. As you see it coming out of this hole, and the hole closes up. Like if it never existed. And he walks around. This giant crystal in the middle. As he goes around and just taps on it with his long talons. Peridot dragons. We can feed off of meat. Off of the plant life. But for proper nutrition, we feed on the very life source of creatures.
I see. This is your way of preserving food.
This is how I feast. All these creatures and these crystals. The crystals are tethered to me, as I have made all these crystals. And slowly but surely, the essence I feed on.
Ah. I don't suppose you're willing to let me go without becoming part of this collection of yours.
I have already received a sorry soul about a month ago. I am well fed for the next few months. Now, as for you, I think you should take your leave
As you
and
wish.
do not speak of this place.
You have my word. And with that, she will turn to leave.
May the voids bless you with choice. And it burrows back into the earth.
She did hear what he said, but she's not going to comment on that. Yeah, she will leave the same way she came, if that's possible.
You do so with. It's actually an easier way out.
Certainly easier than a character I don't know exists at the moment. As it went back on the surface, she'll use the rough positioning of the sun, assuming she can see it, to reorientate herself back towards the town and continue on her way.
After about like an hour, roll a d4, I guess, because I gotta keep things fair, you know.
Fair enough. I was more interested in looking at the flora and fauna.
Yeah. You're like, ooh, weird place, and
Well, it is. Well, it's always good to gather information.
yep, you notice
Alright,
that
Mac.
like a lot of the magic here seems off subtle. Like even the trees are reacting to this. Some trees seem a lot weaker. Other trees are like god steel, kind of like difficult to break. A branch drops. You try to break the branch, not even you can with a natural 20.
Impressive.
So like even the world around you seems very off settled, but you feel strong. Either way, you approach the outskirts of town, and you see a lot of hustle and bustle. It's around like 3 o'clock in the afternoon-ish at when you get there. So they're still like in the middle of the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Some are about to end the hustle, but many are still going.
She will attempt to orient herself to a town square or anything if there is one. Maybe there'll be a map there or something she can look at.
There is a map as soon as you come in, and the cove, in and of itself, the main square is actually the ravine itself. Within the ravine, there are about 3 dozen stories or more that you probably don't know of because a lot of them are probably housing. But in the middle ranges is probably where the most amount of shops are, and that is considered their quote-unquote town circle.
As she looks over the map and at the ravine, like the descriptions of the ravine, it's very resourceful, creating such housing and estates inside a natural occurring ravine. Might have to take some tips from that.
Many tips you should take, but not from everybody.
She turns around to look.
You see this girl standing about like 5'9". She's really tall. She's pretty tall. She looks to be a teenager. Pale, fair skin,
Oh fuck.
freckles, short brown hair with a blonde streak. She wears like a very flurry white shirt, black pants with tall boots to the knee, and on her side seems to be like a rapier, a short sword, something. Whatever it is, it's something weird.
Oh, hello there. Didn't hear you approach. Must be a sneaky one.
Of course. That's kind of the easiest way to get around here.
Fuck.
So, you caught my eye. You're pretty new. What's
Indeed.
your name?
Call me Furiora.
Furiora.
And yourself?
Sky. Pleasure to be of acquaintance.
She holds out her hand.
She shakes your hand. and you feel opposing energy.
Oh, interesting.
Well, you seem like a newcomer. Would you like me to show you around?
Can I, like, attempt to insight this person if she's got any ulterior motives?
Sure. I mean,
New plane, I think I have a reason to not trust some people.
You really need to give your characters more insight, man.
It's better than most of my characters.
That's not
Really, I could have.
That's not good.
you
Look,
detect
Look, I'm a barbarian. I only have so many skills, okay?
nothing aloof.
I don't see why not.
All right, let's go. She'll kind of like lead you down, and she'll be like, "So, do you want to take the fast travel, or do you want to take the long route called stairs? I hate stairs."
I don't mind them so, but I suppose we can take the fast route.
Goody, goody, goody! And she whistles, and you hear the flapping of wings. Whoosh, whoosh, and then straight up comes from the ravine before you a white shape with black webbings underneath the wings as it pirouettes in the sky and then elegantly descends near you.
That's a
It
wyvern.
seems to be a wyvern.
Beautiful creature. Never seen one with such coloration.
It is a white wyvern with black webbing and stripes. It has very piercing blue eyes. And on its tail, instead of like a stinger, there seems to be a lot of webbing. This
I've never
creature is mostly made for flight.
I've never seen such a specimen. I've never seen such a wyvern before.
Oh, there's plenty of different kinds of wyverns. There's battle wyverns, flying wyverns, traveling wyverns, workers wyverns. There's a lot of different kinds of wyverns for different jobs.
Where I come from, there's only really one type, so this is
Oh,
new
really?
to me.
Oh, wow, your
Yes.
world is boring then.
We have other things.
Oh, I almost feel bad for you. Either way, come on, let's go.
She would allow herself to be directed, as it were, where to sit and not get on the thing's nerves.
Ruza kind of seems like offset, but the wyvern seems to be fine, as then it just leaps off the edge and dives down into the cove. And so she starts pointing around and starts showing you the places. That's the blacksmith, that's the apothecary, that is the bitch's domain. Down there is the dock where all the pirates come, and traders, and all kinds of stuff.
Please, exasperate on the bitch's domain.
Oh, the bitch's domain? So there's this white dragonborn who thinks she knows it all and thinks that, she's like the big shot of the cove.
Me knowing who this character is. Out of game knowing who this is.
Like, she thinks she owns this place? Nah. Wait until I get my hands on the crown of the Thieves Guild. Huh?
You say you wish to be a master thief one day.
Not really. It's more like a hobby. It's a side job,
And what's your
His
main
mom don't
job?
want to give me fucking money.
What's your main job?
My main job? I should be going to school. I don't like school. It's stupid.
I don't entirely disagree. I don't entirely disagree with you. Seen plenty of bad education systems.
Well, this education system was actually like structured by my mom, so more reason to hate it.
Are you homeschooled or your mom's
No.
just a teacher?
I'm self-taught, and my mom is actually the archmage of the academy.
You don't like it in the academy, huh?
I live there.
I can see how that would get tedious.
Blech. Plus, she doesn't have she's not really like a big factor in my life, so I might as well just make it my own, you know?
Yeah, it's always good to have a goal to strive for.
Yep. Anyway, this here, she lands on one of the middle levels of the cove. This is the quote unquote square. It's not really square, it's like a U shape. I don't like judge me on it. But there's a big platform over there by the bitches domain where people usually gather.
I see. Thank you, Sky. It's been wonderful meeting you.
You're welcome. Toodaloo, and if you need me, just holler.
Before she gets off the wyvern, she makes a check to make sure, particularly that the sword on her right shoulder is still there.
Roll me roll me a dexterity check.
Figured. I'm probably gonna fail this, but
Yeah, it's probably gone.
that was not meant to be a save. But I don't have proficiency, so whatever.
7.
You got thrown off. Because as soon as you like untie yourself and you're starting to check yourself, whoosh goes Ruza with a flap of her wings.
She does herself off and is like, if that sword's gone, I'm going to be very, very angry. She'll check.
One of your swords is gone, and also your coin pouch.
Which one?
Yes.
Be serious with me, which one?
Which one?
Yes.
The one with your coin with actual coins in them.
No, I meant the sword.
Oh, the sword?
Which
It's
sword?
probably the one to your left.
Okay. She's reaching over her right shoulder, pulls out the actual magic one, because it's on her right shoulder. If she'd have taken that, I'd have been very upset.
I mean, you got suckered by a child.
Places it back into her. Places it back into her the scabbard. It's like, much as like that other sword, I can deal.
Silly person. Magic items are for kids.
So
Yeah, she's just gonna look around.
now you're just gonna look around. So where do you want to go to, huh? Where do you... Actually, no. I'll leave you right there for right
that's
now.
probably a good
What do
place.
you want, Furiora?
Where do you want?
I mean, listen. You're the one who got duped by a child. That's on you.
They
A
probably had.
16-year-old.
Listen, first
Listen,
rule of
I don't-
Victorian London. Never take your eyes off the child.
Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm guaranteed that they had.
But, alright, who's next?
Ellerin and Garrick.
Oh, at the same time.
Makes sense.
Well, you guys show up at the same time, but you guys we'll drag you off into two different like sections in a sec.
Goody.
You guys appear in this white void of sorts, and then it starts suddenly shifting into a fucking.
Do we
office
do
place.
we see each other in this white void?
Yes, you see each other in this white void,
Garrick.
You get used
and
to
then
it.
all of a sudden it's starting to look like this fucking like office place.
Yep.
Ah, damn.
You! Where the what? How many times do I have to tell you that I really, 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 really want my crackers with Nutella on it?
God damn it.
Garrett,
Like, for the love
Garrett just.
of my life, which is great, by the way. Oh,
Garrick?
You know, if I had a watch, I'd be looking at it real condescendingly right now.
I knew. Why do I know he'd say that? He's like,
oh,
Garrick.
two fucks.
Ellerin, Gorick.
You know, your annoyed tone tells me that you're not on the best terms.
Just rip it off like a band-aid. That's all I can say. Just hope it rips off like a band-aid.
What the fuck does that even mean?
You know I can hear you, right?
You seem to be under the misconception that I care.
I mean, you're right. You really don't.
Where are you sending me to this time?
Well, first off, I mean, like, I just wanted, to borrow her for a little bit and then throw her off somewhere, see how she handles that, since now I can't, like, fucking terrorize her anymore. So I might as well just, separate y'all.
Garrick, what the fuck is happening?
So I might as well, try to tear each other apart a little further, except I have no idea how to do it to this thing. I mean, like, seriously, how much sovereign glue do you use on your face?
Wait, what?
Either way, have fun. Hopefully you don't die. Toodaloo! Snaps his fingers, portal underneath. Boom, you get sucked through that portal, and then all of a sudden you're in this world. Garrett, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage?
Okay, I had to ask because Garrick is a petri dish of many things. Does that affect this?
Roll me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
I figured, but I had to ask.
Hey, you too, Elrin.
Wait,
Con
Just-
save for me too?
Yeah, con save for you too, but not disadvantage because you're
21.
just Fae. You're fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I count as Fae in this version of
Garrick, on the other hand,
Garrick, you feel like your body just suddenly is in a really, really cold bath.
That's new.
And you feel like the essence is trying to seep into the air, into the world around you. Like it's trying to tear you apart, but you manage to keep yourself together. You feel hurting. Bring down your health to at least take off 1/3. Not like go to 1/3. Like take off 1/3.
Okay, 1 second. 1.65 times 0.3. Okay.
I gonna assume that I'm okay.
You're fine. You're fine. You feel a little chilly, but you're fine.
Okay.
So you're falling, and then all of a sudden you see this black mass. It was sitting on a spire that you can see a little far off. Underneath you is water, a large body of cold ocean water, and then you see this black mass suddenly leap off this spire, wings stretched out. Thunder as it flaps its wings, making its way towards you at an insane speed.
Oh shit.
And not far behind is a white figure, a white shape. It looks. I think you guys have seen wyverns before.
We have.
Probably.
So you definitely see the shape of a wyvern in the distance. And it's trying to catch up to this black mass, but this black mass is a lot faster than you think.
It's heading towards us.
It's heading towards you guys.
If I summon my wings normal, not going celestial, radiant soul, would that do anything?
I don't know.
Hmm.
You want to go ahead and try that out?
You know
Or
what?
do you want to see what these things do to you?
You know what? Garrick has been through this shit too many times. At this point, he's just too curious not to.
Oh fuck.
So what's he gonna do?
He's just gonna wait for this thing to catch up.
So as soon as this, you're falling from a pretty great height, and it seems to you guys drop at a little bit of a distance between each other. And all of a sudden, you see the creature fly by, pass by Ellerin, swoop around, and then grab Garrick and flies
Garrick!
the flaw.
One sec. All right. What can I do for Ellerin?
As you see, this wyvern flies by as the creature that has you within its clutches flies by it, and the wyvern actually approaches Ellerin and catches him.
Oh, never mind. All right, release lands.
The creature, the black mass of a creature seems to land by the spire. But I'm not starting with you.
I figured.
Ellerin,
Yes.
you're being flown to the middle, to like the outskirt of the lower level.
Wyvern's
They
Cove.
land of the Wyvern's Cove. You are dropped
How
about
from how
10
high
feet.
up?
10
Okay.
feet, so like roll a d10's worth of damage. I don't know.
Oh,
Or dex save. Just roll a dex save.
sure.
Roll a dex save.
21. 21.
You land 21, you land on your feet.
Ha ha. Great.
And then
Reflex like a
boom.
cat. Boom.
On top of you lands.
He creates a Garrick-sized hole in the ground.
On top of you lands the wyvern. And this wyvern is licking your face.
Please stop.
Ruza, get off him! Go, chip. And you see Ruza just like, and it flies off.
Alright, what was that?
Did you forget about Ruza already, Uncle? Really?
He like, his head snaps. Somebody's like, what?
You see this girl, fair of skin, freckles, blue eyes, short curly hair with a blonde streak in it.
Also, I don't think Ellerin got to describe himself.
Ellerin, go ahead.
Alright. Ellerin Goodell is a 6-foot wood elf. Looking to be in his multiple hundreds. TLDR, he looks old. Snow white hair, white facial hair, a full mustache and beard, and paler
Right.
complexion. Yeah, I've heard the jokes. I've heard the remarks. Go ahead and
He's
laugh. it out.
Christmas.
He's wearing attire similar to a prince, with dark blue, regal-looking studded leather with patches of metal plating on certain parts of the armor. He has a navy blue cloak thrown over his shoulder with the symbol of a white centaur on it, and he has a rapier on each side of his waist, one red and one black handle, and he has deep yellow eyes, and he's kind of looking at this girl, and he's just like, what?
Rainbow.
Really? Okay, so what prompted you to start falling from the sky? What did you do this time?
I was in my room eating a macaroon with my wife.
You have a wife?
Yes.
You.
Who are you?
I'm Sky? And you're my uncle? Elrin?
Wait,
Shiryu?
who?
You know?
Okay, Shiryu is my former last name. It's Goodell.
Nice joke. Also, what the fuck are you wearing?
This is my normal clothes. Or at
Your
least
normal clothes. That is not what you normally wear, and you do not smell of alcohol. What is wrong with you? Did you finally clean up? That is unlike you, Uncle.
Wait, whose daughter are you?
My ma? Duh.
Who's your mom?
Frasmira!
He paused and he's like, oh shit, it's another one of these, isn't it? As he remembers from when he got transported to the Shadows of Men universe, and he stands up and he's like, dusts himself off. He's like, okay, it's gonna sound hard to believe, I'm not sure. I'm not really your uncle.
But you are, and yet you're not. Wait, you're from a different world, are you?
There we go.
Fucking hate that this is like a real thing.
Okay. So you're Resmira's daughter.
Yep.
I mean, he like leans in. Did Garrick and Resmira finally tie the knot?
The who and the what now?
He said, did Garrick and Resmira finally tie the knot?
You tell me.
I don't know. I'm not from here. I'm not from here.
And neither do I care.
Yeah, the fact that you don't care means that, I'm not really gonna get much from you. Unless you start telling me something.
Okay, yeah, my mom, she says she was married to some bloke named Garrick, whatever.
Was.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
apparently he dead.
His eyes go a little wider and it's like, oh. Where is Resmira?
In the Arcanium? What the fuck do you want? She's not gonna serve you anything.
I want
She's
to talk
probably
to her.
drunk off her ass right now.
I want to talk to her.
Pfft, there's no talking.
Why?
She ain't gonna talk to you.
What makes you think that?
You're obviously, like, not actually Ellerin. And plus, she's
He-
probably unconscious because of the amount of alcohol she likes to drink.
He just shrugs and he goes, well, for one, she doesn't know that. Second, do you think she'd be sober enough to figure it out?
Absolutely not.
Then let's go.
What the fuck? No! I am not helping you.
Why?
Because I'm not! If you're gonna
Oh.
try to help her, I'm not helping you.
Oh, come on, don't you want to help your uncle out?
You bitch. No. Let's visit the bitch first. Maybe you could get a little more information out of her instead of you like
Who?
talking to Ma. The bitch.
Who's the bitch?
She's like this. She's this white dragonborn. She's a piece of shit.
All right. No, wait, before we go.
What?
The other end of this world.
Yeah.
What's he like?
He is the pirate king and kind of dominates the seas to the west over here.
He like puts his hand on the back of his head. He's like, well, shit.
Yeah. And this is kind of like his main hangout because apparently him and Garrick, whoever the fuck he was, were really good friends, and then there's real good friends with him. So, and Garrick
Okay.
and Bellerin, yeah.
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 Garrick and Resmira are like my brother and sister.
Yeah. So that's why, and you kind of treat me like a niece. So uncle niece relationship here, best one ever.
All right, we should probably go.
Yep, let's go. And so she will lead you to the bar crawl. Well, it's called the Thunderlock and bar crawl.
With a potentially annoyed tiefling following in hot pursuit. Because I remembered I have Totem of the Eagle. I can see anything within a mile radius with absolute clarity. There's no way you could hide from me.
So yeah, you actually see Sky like continue walking, and she's leading you to the Thunderlock and bar crawl. And then out comes a odd dragonborn, half dragon. You have no fucking clue. It has some weird lavender indigo scales. And as she makes her way out, she's kind of just like bursting in a sprint, like, oh, fuck this. And then she stops and turns to see you, Elrin.
Wait,
Ew.
so she saw Sky, was like, oh fuck this, tried running, saw Ellerin and stopped?
No, she kind of like quickly stepped out of the Thunderlock and bar crawl.
So there's a violet dragonborn half dragon. We're talking they're the
Something.
one that came out of the bar crawl.
I think they were
Yeah,
saying that in
it
regards to
just
saying
came out.
in the bar. So
Yeah, they like immediately quickly step out of the bar crawl and just start dragging away, and then they turn around and see you, Ilrin.
They said, "Ha, no."
The eyes kind of slit as then she looks at Sky, snarls as lightning crackles through her scales before she bursts into a dash again.
Away from us.
Away from you guys, away from the Thunderlock.
Sky was. Elrond looks at Sky, turns towards Sky, and he's just like, "What the fuck was that?"
Oh, that was Lorelai. She was trying to like sabotage Snow, maybe. I don't know.
Who the fuck's Lorelai?
That.
She points at the dragon.
You know what I mean.
Lorelai is basically somebody who wants to kill you.
Well, that's just fantastic.
And she absolutely hates Snow because Snow is always getting the one up on her. She's basically like in charge of the hierarchy here in dragons. For whatever the dragons are still here for.
There's not a lot of dragons here.
No. But
What,
she
they
is the
power?
strongest. She is pretty much the wittiest, strongest, and smartest out of all the dragons, so hence she is the highest in the hierarchy.
Oh, this is going to be wonderful.
Something, I still am not, like, convinced. By the way, let's go. She walks into the work room.
He is waits for a sec because he's just hesitant. He's just like, fuck all of this, as he just makes his way into the bar.
As you make your way into the bar, it smells wonderful. Everything in here really, it's welcoming, it's comfortable, and in the back,
I generally thought that was sarcasm there for a second.
no, it's
Yeah, right,
no, it's
let's-
actually like
let's keep going.
very well kept, and it smells wonderful. In the back, you see this old, really old looking dragonborn with glittering scales that actually looks like snow. And
Hence the name.
her eyes are slightly sheened over with like a milky essence, but you could tell that one's blue and one's yellow. And you
she
see her,
has two whacking great scars across her muzzle.
she has like really these nasty scars on her face, and like one of her ears is missing.
Ooh, I wasn't there when that happened. Mental note.
And she is currently cleaning some mugs, as you know, it's slow right now. It's a little slow right now.
Elrond starts to make his way towards her. Out of curiosity, with my passive of 24, do I notice anything else?
With a passive of 24, you realize that there's this weird clockwork bronze lever nearby. For whatever reason, it's just there. Like, it's existing. Like, it seems out of place, but it shouldn't really matter, right?
Well, I'm also more asking for any people that might, like, any patrons at the bar,
As far
in the
as you're
tavern.
aware, they kind of look over to you and acknowledge your presence. But as far as you're aware, none of them seem to like want to address you or anything. They seem more scared of you than not.
Fuck. And he flips up his navy blue hood as he starts to make his way over to Snow.
Back so soon. What poison are you picking today?
None, funny enough.
Maybe some water.
Hmm.
Would you like a glass?
plan on poisoning me?
From an assassin to an assassin. Those days are over. So, would you like a cup?
Sure.
She pours you a glass, slides it over to you.
You could probably guess. I'm not exactly the Ellerin you know.
I know. I could tell by how you step.
How does the Ellerin you know step?
Always drunk. Offset. You stand formal. You smell of it too.
Haven't been drunk in a long time.
Noted. So what brings you to my neck of the woods?
This guy told me that you give me some more information on what's going on here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think she would consider me as a reliable source of information.
Is Sky here, by the way?
Nope, Sky's gone.
Oh, she left. Bitch. Yeah,
Wait,
anyways,
you didn't roll a perception to see if anything's gone.
no. Did she roll higher? Like with a? Did she roll higher than my passive?
What's your passive?
24.
Yeah, she rolled higher than your passive.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by this.
All right. Well, at that point, he would have just been like, "Wait, Sky," and she's gone.
Yeah, I probably taught her one thing too many.
Hmm.
Grave mistake for me, as she likes to steal some of my income.
Hmm. Either way, she's gone now, and I can't try and yell at her.
I don't
Probably
think
wouldn't
you
listen
should.
anyway.
I don't think you should. If you yell at her, it just prompts her to be a little more reckless. And you know, teenagers tend to be a little rebellious.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what can I help you with?
What happened? What happened with this world? Sky claims Rasmira is drunk, drunk every day, every moment of the day. Garrick is dead. What the fuck was that large black mass that took one of my friends away? That it seems Sky was chasing.
One question at a time.
Actually, it was Ruza that was chasing the black dragon thing.
One question at a time. I'm an old little dragon, as you could see.
Something tells me looks are rather deceiving with someone like you.
I think you know better than I. Either way, what happened to this world was the overhunting of dragons. I was here in the time before then. Something happened, and a rift kind of pulled me away. I ended up further north, some places more comfortable. About a couple of decades before the mass hunting began. It's now referenced to as the Great Harvest. And it was to fuel a war between many nations.
Hunting dragons.
The dragons here of this world actually have more of a connection with its balance than in others. Each one has their responsibilities, and each dragon usually makes do with it. I'm out of place, so I'm not sure.
How exactly was hunting the dragons to give a tactical advantage to one nation or another?
Are you aware that dragons are magical in nature?
Then why
The
not
blood,
capture them?
the blood that runs through them makes a very reliable source for components, weapons, and even spells. They used it mostly for healing potions because it could heal a nearly dead creature back to its regular state. One sip, and they're healthy again.
Some fucking harvest then.
Then
Rather,
it became
they,
over
ra-
hunting.
they rather hunted them to their and killed them than capture them and use them for longer.
Oh, trust
Amateurs.
me. A lot of them have, and a lot of them still do. It's just, if you want more parts, you're going to have to, well, you know. She makes a cutting motion on her neck.
They were hunted to extinction. Or
Not to extinction. They're now in hiding. Where? I don't know. But it is really none of my business. I am too old, and my adventuring days are over. I look after this cove.
what about Garrick? Do you know anything about his death?
He and Rasmira were getting some odd reports from neighboring towns and cities about a weird snowy mass growing. And after one or two towns have been reported to be destroyed after getting no word from them, they sought out to find out what was happening. They took a party, and the only one to make it out alive was Rasmira.
A large snowy mass?
Something of the sort. Whatever it is, it resembled snow, but it doesn't melt. And it spreads like wildfire.
Snow that doesn't melt and it spreads. Can I roll any kind of check to see if I can discern anything related to this?
Roll me an nature, or an arcana of your choosing.
They're the same, so I'll do nature. 21. 21.
This is definitely like not part of the natural order. This is something outside. Within the realms of reality of the material plane, you know for a fact that this is not like part of the natural order in the material plane.
This is
It
definitely
gives you a vibe of like when the Shadowfell was creeping into the lands of Sidria. It was decaying the world around. It was just trying to take over. That's kind of like the feeling you get, the notion you get. when Snow explains about this weird ass snow taking over the land.
Ellerin goes, "That's definitely not natural, at least not to the material plane.
Definitely.
Only thing that kind of reminds me of is when, where I'm from, one plane was creeping into another, almost decaying the world around it.
The last thing I've heard, well, overheard, when she started to visit in drunken stupors, was that she sensed fiendish energy. I mean, last time I sensed that, is how I ended up here.
Fiendish energy. Well, that would at least explain the otherworldly unnatural nature of it.
I only know so much of whatever's going on here. If you need more information, you could talk to Oberyn.
Who?
Oberyn. The second, the one who's currently taking charge of the Arcanium. Don't be frightened by what he is. He's actually a really nice guy.
He raises a brow. He's like, "What should I expect to see?" You have no intention of telling me.
No.
Fantastic. And he
Hear purr.
he goes, "One last thing before I go. What was
Gold
that?"
piece.
Fine. He just slaps down a gold piece. He goes, when I had come here, I was falling, and I saw Sky on her wyvern chase this large black mass. Do you know anything about that?
The Guardian? That's Naya Nexus. He is an Anzu. That used to be Garrick's mount.
Would I know what an Anzu is?
Nope! You don't know what an Anzu is.
I don't know what that is, but
Gold
it was
piece.
Garrett.
More.
I'm not going. No. He goes, the fact. Well, that explains why it grabbed him. All right then. Says, thanks for everything.
Stop by anytime. The rooms are free for you.
He just walking away and he gives a thumbs up, just walking out. And then he tries to make his way to the Arcanium. He pokes his head back in. Where's the Arcanium?
Top floor. Just head all straight up and you'll see this big dome.
He just steps outside and he looks up. No?
I think she died.
Oh.
No.
It's, probably someone entered.
Mom decided to just barge into my room once again, like she always says.
Yep.
Anywho.
He real quick, he also takes a step out of the tavern and he just looks up.
You see, there's several stories that you gotta walk up. Or you could whistle for a wyvern, or you could actually borrow one of the roaming draconines. These weird, giant, dog-like dog creatures that have draconic
Dragon
features.
things.
Dragon things. They look adorable.
Ellerin thinks Darcubity's just like, I've been needing to get my steps in anyways. And he starts to just climb the steps up to the Arcanium.
Detecting jog. 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Alrighty.
All right, so I'll leave off with you. Give me 1 second to settle whatever the fuck it was that my mom decided to come in with me for before I tackle Garrick. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's on you, Fury. You got robbed. You let yourself be caught by a kid. I'll say the same for Elrond. He let himself get caught by a kid.
She grabbed me out of the sky. I could, or out of the ocean.
Ruza
I
did.
couldn't do
Ruza
shit.
did. Ruza did. Not Sky came to you after.
Oh,
Fury,
well,
are you
to be
there?
fair, she was riding Ruth.
Fury?
Yeah, I'm here. Thankfully, apart from when she went into the bar, I have not let this girl out of my. So the moment she comes back out of the bar, she's going to be back in my sight.
You are assuming she can't stealth.
We probably
You can't
not
stealth when you're in
really,
plain sight.
You're assuming she will stay in plain sight.
As soon as she comes out of that bar, she's in my sight again.
Yes. Until she isn't.
Yeah.
This is a
She did
thief.
tell me where she did tell me where her mother is, so I could always go and get that.
And she doesn't like her mother, so she probably doesn't know her hangouts.
She also did point out snow, so I'm sure
Snow, I feel like is a better avenue for that.
Fiorella could probably, if you ever see a sword that looks on this description on the black market or something, it belongs to me.
I think she just wants to keep it. I don't even think it's about selling it. It was just, oh, I took this, now it's mine. But yeah, if you're gonna go that route, I would recommend going to the person who isn't drunk.
She didn't tell me that she was drunk all the time.
Hmm?
She didn't tell me that Resmira was drunk all the time.
Did she even tell you where Respiro was? Because I think she told Ella
Yeah, she
that.
told me about the Arcanium where Mom lives.
Oh yeah. Also, that would involve you going to a magic school to see the, again, Snow seems way more accessible.
I have reason to believe that the daughter of the Archmage has stolen something from me.
Plus, I think Snow's probably gonna laugh you off.
What do you mean?
Well, according to Snow, she trained Sky, so I think she's gonna be like, yeah, and
There's it's not much they can do. She's been trained well, too well.
I mean, I guess Snow would be the best avenue to learn how she was trained, so you could counter it. But that's probably it.
And then it just comes down to your own personal skills and
Yeah.
what you can actually accomplish.
Oh, that's a mood. I'm copying that. Oh no, it was already sent by someone. Damn it, Jacob. That was a really good meme.
Which one? The Order of the Phoenix?
No, the deer population one.
Yes, the deer population.
Deer population is controlled by releasing wolves into an area. All problems should be solved that way. Too much pollution? Release wolves in factories. Dislike Congress? Wolves. Want to lose weight? That's right, wolves.
Besides, you're going on a vendetta against a teenager. I'd just say let sleeping dogs lie.
She really cared about her equipment.
I would still let sleeping dogs lie.
She may give it back at some point when she finds something else better to steal.
Oh, she better.
Or what, you're gonna kill a teenager?
It literally says that a slight against me is a... What is it? Where's my personality traits?
So, Garrick, about talking her into giving
If you do me an injury, I will crush you, ruin your name, and salt your...
What if she wants to die, though? And that just defeats the purpose.
And again, she's a teenager.
Point being, Fury doesn't take shit.
I'm just saying, I feel like you're getting upset over a teenager being a teenager.
A teenager needs to learn responsibility.
I don't
and
think
the law.
Yeah,
And a
beating.
good way to do that is by
When is a
beating it into them.
teenager ever responsible?
Okay, let me put it like this. When has a teenager ever got in trouble and learned their lesson from being in trouble?
That's because punishments in this world aren't severe enough.
Yeah, I feel like that's just gonna make them more pissed off. I feel like the more severe it is, the more right they think they are. That's how a teenager thinks. They don't think, "Oh, I learned my lesson." They think, "Oh, I must be right because they're being assholes about it. So I'm gonna double down on this mentality."
Well, I mean, it depends on what type and what kind of teenager you speak to, but for
With
the most part,
Sky.
yes.
Yeah, with Sky,
In terms of
definitely.
Sky, yes,
Yeah.
and then some. No, it'd be Sky, yes, and also some more funds from your pouch.
Yeah, like I think you're expecting them to think like a rational adult. They're teenagers. They are literally the step before that where, you know, they are like the worst part of development cycle. Like I know you say you don't like kids fury. Teenagers for me, it's like the one I'm like, ugh.
Honestly, teenagers are the worst than kids.
Yeah, like teenagers, it's like they're old enough for them to have consequences, but they're not old enough to like fully register those conscious consequences. So they're like, they feel like they can get away with anything because they think they're immortal.
Yeah, and that's why you have to show them they're not immortal.
I mean, you can't exactly just kick them out on the street because, that's illegal.
Not illegal, technically. Yeah. Depends on which state you're in, actually, for United States. Not sure about the UK.
Really? I have a feeling Alabama's one of those states. I would be surprised if that wasn't the case.
Alabama.
Well, I mean, okay, going a little dark for stream, but do you guys know who John Wayne Gacy was?
No,
Yes.
I'm British.
Yeah, I talked about that.
American serial killer theory.
Right.
Gay man killed underage boys.
Ugh, yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, so part of the reason he was so successful was because he took in runaway teens.
That part I didn't know.
Yeah, a lot of those teens were run away because they were gay and their family kicked them out.
Lovely. That begs the question. I wonder if any of the parents felt remorse.
No, because
Some
they
of
were
them
gay.
did.
And this
No,
is
some of
their
them did.
punishment.
Oh no, some of them did. Like a lot of them actually
No.
felt bad.
I bet most of them didn't know because this is their punishment from the Lord for being gay.
Not really. A lot of them actually felt bad. A lot of them had remorse after the fact happened. A lot of them actually were like horrified to learn. Like the ones who were identified were horrified to learn what happened, and they had a lot of regrets about it. And it wasn't even because of God stuff. It was also because in the 1970s, gay culture was
Yeah.
very like, oh, this is immoral, not just because of church, but also because of a legal standpoint. Like being gay was a very much illegal thing to do. In the United States, a
Oh,
gay
yeah.
man could be raped, and the police would not take it seriously because it's two guys going at it. Men can't be raped. It was more of a it was more of a law. Yeah, it was more of a law issue than it was a religious issue at the time.
It was like around the 1940s or so that it started up, and then it just kind of carried out towards the 90s, 80s.
To an extent,
About the
certain
90s.
places today in the States. Not sure how it is in the UK.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Keep in mind, I'm
Well,
only going American.
saying, it's like it's more acceptable in terms of police. They're more
Yeah,
willing to help.
like
people
one of
out.
Gacy's victims who got away was actually raped by Gacy, and the police didn't take it seriously. If they had, they probably
What
could
did
have stopped.
I get back to?
Oh, just Sky, like how runaway teens, like making, like doubling down, like punishing teens aggressively may not be the best solution because it turns them into runaways, and then that just makes it worse. Not all the teens were gay.
What have I missed since I left?
Nothing, because she had a BRB.
Oh.
But not only that, not all Gacy's victims were gay necessarily, because like some of them are still unidentified, but a lot of them were, and a lot of those families were devastated when they learned the truth. Now, admittedly, not all the families called in the bodies or like reported their missing teens, because like I think it was either they were trying to distance themselves from the case, or yeah, maybe what you said was right for you, or they just didn't want to handle the reputation of having a gay child. Whatever the reason, uh, yeah, like the double down on teen punishment thing, it more often than not creates more problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gacy was a piece of shit.
Hmm.
He was actually known as the Killer Clown because he had a habit of dressing up as a clown for kids' birthday parties in the local area.
So, the monetization for this stream just went straight out the window.
Dude, do you think I'm making money off of this?
He was making money off this.
I can donate via Twitch.
I prefer you didn't.
Be sure to sub. Be sure to sub on Twitch with Twitch Prime or an actual sub. It would be very appreciated. And
I'm
click
back.
all the
Welcome
click
back.
all the things you want to make this video viable to the algorithm.
Wait a minute, is this even? Are you affiliate
What?
on? That's a good question.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. We're just messing
There.
around.
Yeah. But
So,
yeah.
question before we continue. For everybody here, except for you, because I haven't gotten to you yet. How are you liking this so far?
I like it.
Pretty good. Although you might have a dead teen soon, but we'll see.
That dead teen is extremely elusive. Good luck trying to catch her.
Yeah.
So you assume I'm just gonna let you murder my apparent niece?
Well, it doesn't matter what she is. She's a child. If you're gonna murder
think I'm
her,
gonna let-
Damn, children are immortal. Fuck.
Do you think I'm gonna let you murder my apparent niece?
well, no, it's just I don't. Relationship aside, they are a child and they're clearly acting out. So maybe get at the heart of the issue rather than death, because it feels like you're just because it just feels like you're kind of jumping the gun there. But anyways,
I mean,
You think I'm gonna let you murder my apparent niece? I don't give a shit.
As I did say,
Oh.
if you commit a slight against me, I will break you, ruin your name, and salt your fields.
you seem to think that justifies it.
You seem to think that I won't stop you.
But continue. Who's next?
Fireball.
I believe the group is next. Alice.
I like it so far.
Yeah, it is good.
Richard.
I like it. I really like it. There's been a lot
Wow.
of RP. It's really fun.
I'm back.
I thought I said that.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Well, okay. Did you hear
Duly
their?
noted.
Did you hear their stuff?
No,
Okay.
because I was being yelled at.
All right. Going down the Horn Fury.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
Okay.
Jacob.
I like it. Duly noted. If playing this setting again, do not choose Spellcaster or Celestial. I will go basic bitch fighter, but I like it so far.
Richard.
I really enjoy this. I've had some nice role play with my apparent niece and a woman that could probably
Wait.
rock shit if I tried anything.
I want to kick that fox's ass in some way, shape, or form, but I can't cast magic. So, nah, I'm gonna flail my noodly arms at it.
Alrighty.
So we're going back.
Wait.
Hmm?
Garrett, what about? Oh, wait, right.
Yeah, I haven't gone yet.
He hasn't gone yet.
Yeah,
I've
but
been
you-
I've been waiting
I
2
asked
hours.
everybody else but him.
I've been waiting 2 hours to actually play.
Come on. I've been tackling everybody individually.
Dude, your internet sucks. I feel bad for you.
All right, let's continue, please, because obviously we have our person from the UK here, and they can't,
Well, finally, Garrick. Within. Oh my god.
For real.
Within Tough Talons, you are being taken to the spire that you at when you first started falling. It was perched on before it spread its wings and made a dash towards you. It lands on the spire, like dropping you gently. It even maneuvers you in its claws to make sure that you try to land on your feet.
He does so.
And it it flies around to then cling onto the side of the spire before climbing up and looking at you face to face. You see this large, jet black feathered creature with sharp amber eyes and a collar. Its foreclaws at its wing structure actually looks like it has claws where the thumb is supposed to be, as the rest of the wings are just feathered. Its talons are like huge eagle talons, and it doesn't have a long tail. It's more of just like a raven's tail. But its structure looks very much like a hawk, and the claws look very bear-like.
And to describe Garrick for the last time of this, Garrick is a 6'2" human-looking male with bright blue eyes and very white hair. Notably, his attire is a black t-shirt with brown pants and cuffed black boots. However, he does wear a red jacket with the sleeves pulled up, showing some scarring on his arms, which are hidden by some bracers, but that's neither here nor there. On his back are two scimitars, with on his side two guns, one a flintlock and one a revolver. Also kitty face file. But Garrick will walk up and try to pet this creature.
You pet it successfully. No roll needed. It just lets you pet it, and it seems happy to see you.
I'm going to go through every language because this creature does seem intelligent. My last language I try is Primordial.
It tilts its head to the side.
You understand me.
It tilts its head to the other side.
Right, well, I'm in another world.
Now it just looks confused.
You know me, don't you? That's a yes. Sorry, bud. I'm not the one you know. I'm a him. I'm not him. I mean, I wouldn't mind
It
this.
seems utterly confused.
Let's just say I'm not going to be here for long.
As you say that, it blinks, and it looks very saddened.
Hey, don't worry. Just means we value the time together we do have, right? He keeps saying, now, I need your help. Do I have any people that I know here? Friends, in or outside the city?
It nods a lot, like for 30 seconds.
Is there a friend outside the city?
Hey, don't you fucking pull a tweet?
It thinks for a second, and then it nods, and yeah, and it just starts nodding for another 30 seconds.
Alright, could you help me get to them? Alright, may I mount you?
It kind of just crawls up, and it'll let you climb up on its shoulder.
He does so, and he's gonna throw a ration, so we can eat.
It catches it and just swallows it whole.
Good boy.
This is like a huge creature.
Good boy. Now, lead the way, friend.
And it seems like it's wanting you to. It seems confused on where to start first. Like, it usually has. It seems like it usually gets a command
Oh.
on go to this place.
Take me to my friend outside the city.
It thinks, and then whoosh, it leaps up into the air in a burst of speed. You feel the familiar elemental energy as its wings cackle with lightning.
Does Garrick feel that, considering? And I don't
Yes.
mean feel as in physically. You know what I mean.
Yes, you can
Okay.
actually sense that.
That explains the primordial. Well, let's go. Yeah.
And it as you grab onto the collar, you realize that in it is like an enamel that says Naya Nexus.
Let's go, Nine Nexus.
and it jumps up into the air and it flies to the outskirts.
I'm hoping it leads me to who I think.
Well, who are you actually trying to?
Out of game, I'm hoping that Garrick knew the dragon here.
It takes you pretty far out, like a couple miles off, and it flies in a loop over a few ruins, as you can see, and then it lands in the middle of the biggest one by a staircase.
He scratches the side of its head.
It does the puppy thing.
Good boy. He throws up another ration.
It catches it, and then it just curls up and stays put until you come back.
All right, Garrick will walk down.
You walk down, and there's a hole in the wall, and in this hole you see gemstones. Very powerful energy coming from
Before
your...
I proceed forward, I'm going to try to do my earthy thing, and I'm going to try and, because this creature looks like it burrows, shot in the dark, maybe it could sense vibrations. I'm going to see if I can try and like make a little ting in the earth to basically to be a elemental knock on the door, as it were.
I think the check used for your elemental abilities was a con check.
It was a con check, yes.
You may roll a con check.
13.
No,
I tried.
You tried. It wasn't really. You can get anything. You can do anything.
Fair enough.
It's
Garrel,
like because of how you like the sudden chill that you're feeling, and the life being trying to be sucked out of you. You can feel yourself a little weaker.
Yep, that's fair.
So it's hard to tap into these kinds of senses.
Fair enough. Garrick will just walk forward. Hello? Maybe it's going to sound weird, unless other people from other worlds have visited you. But I think you knew the me here. No. Don't want to start anything, I just want to talk. If you're open to that, please.
You feel a rumble beneath your feet, and you notice that it's actually heading deeper into the cavern.
Garrick will, follow.
As you follow, you find the gemstones, and with your passive, you realize there's creatures inside. And then, as you continue on, there's this big, giant stone with the several similarly clothed individuals.
Let me guess, nutrition?
It seems like every other version of you is just as keen-minded.
Me? No, I'm the dumb one.
And you feel the earth rumble beneath you again, and out comes the dragon. A lime light green dragon with scars all over. And I forgot to point this out for the rest of you. When it comes out of the ground, you can notice that it had stubs of where the wings were supposed to be. And for Fury, you notice that its tail was cut.
I feel like I could just mentally hear Fury and go, boo, kill them all.
Pretty much.
He kind of like comes up halfway, like, his torso, like most of his torso's out of the ground. You notice that this guy doesn't have any eyes. His skin, his scar tissue seems to have taken up like this gray appearance.
Yeah. Garrick will look at him. Well, that wasn't done on accident. Poachers, hunters, anti-zealots, something like that.
Hunters.
And if they did that to you, they probably didn't stop at you, did they? Or started. They probably didn't start with you, and they probably didn't stop with you, did they?
They didn't.
Well, weird as this is probably going to sound weird to you, but nice to meet you.
When I first met you, you wanted to claw my guts out. This is a weird change of pace.
Your name wouldn't have to be Korvac, would it?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Very funny, though.
I started to get a sense of humor recently. Still working out the kinks.
It takes practice. No. My name is Staniza.
Stand as a pleasure.
Pleasure.
He doesn't actually bow. I bow, but something tells me you. I'm just gonna wager you don't like the. If you were friends with me, you definitely didn't like the formal thing.
Definitely. I'd rather be hurled insults.
Well, I'm not gonna go that far either.
This version did. Often.
I'm sure he did. He's gone, isn't he? The way Nexus was treating me. I'm telling your voice. I died here, didn't I?
In this world, yes. You did.
So, whereas it is to say, sorry for your loss.
Sounds so weird coming from you.
To be fair, I never thought I'd tell someone to warn me either. So, why are hunters going after dragons?
About a little over 500 years ago, someone was tipped off by the magical properties our beings carry. After they caught one and realized that they could use it as a component, a very powerful component, it didn't stop there. At the time, there was a war going on between several nations.
Greed.
One needed. Correct.
Greed mixed with pride. A never ending well. And the more they hunted, the bigger they wanted it. Dominoes fall. What started as a small operation grew. People want a sense of accomplishment. And now the world's like this, right?
Correct.
So who tipped people off?
I'm still not sure. At the time, I was still paying attention to some duties elsewhere. But as time went on, it became to not only hunting, but capturing.
Enslaving.
Yes.
And some probably took advantage of this as well, keeping dragons safe under the guise of having a more sentient yard dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I know that's weird for me to say. I probably said it to you before once I calmed down, but I think you've been told enough that your people didn't deserve this. Weirdly, not the first dragon genocide I heard of. Not from my world. Bird I know, Kisona, she mentioned that some people tried to kill all the metallics from her world.
K-Sona.
Wouldn't be surprised if there's one here.
There is one. She's a very tricky crime lord in the cove.
Don't tell my Kesona that. She'll come here out of jealousy and then claim there can only be one.
That sounds a lot like her.
Me knowing Kesona.
Everyone knows Kesona.
Sounds a lot like her.
That's a very Kesona thing to do.
You don't look so well. Well,
Worse than
better
usual.
than when I last saw you.
But worse than a normal person.
Here. He reaches over to the stub on his wing. Well, the stubs of his wings, just one of them. You see that actually he's been plucking off scales, slowly but surely, and on many of these scales, they're runes.
Rune magic. Nice.
It's a long dying practice. He plucks off a small scale and hands it to you.
He takes it.
Keep that on your person. Make sure it's contacting your skin. It'll help counteract the chaotic magical energy
From
of
the
this
dragon.
world.
Let me guess, that was probably caused by the dragons dying.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Alright, shot in the dark. I came here with a friend of mine. Were there others who came to your lair who might need this?
One other. He was incredibly rude.
What was he like?
About. You see him tap on the floor. Yay tall.
Was he?
Seemed
Was he?
built
Was he an elf?
by the smell, yes.
I know who that was. Garrett did me, Kevin. All right. I know I don't have any. I know I don't have much to ask from you. Would it be possible if you could spare one for him? He's abrasive, but he's done good and tries to mean well.
He sighs and plucks another scale off the stub and gives it to you.
Garrett will put this. While he's doing that, Garrett put the scale in him. Should I just return my health to normal at this point?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Where do you place the scale?
I place it in my pocket, just you
It
know.
needs to be touching your skin in
Oh.
order for it to.
In that case, I'll tie it into my hair.
All right.
Garrett will look at him. As a thank you gift, I can probably offer you a little bit of hope. Where I come from, dragons thrive. They rule kingdoms civilly, no wars of conquest. Even chromatics are, well, they aren't. Well, probably one of the wisest rulers is a white chromatic.
Hmm. There is a quite young chromatic taking charge of the safety of the majority of the chromatic dragons. They were hit really hard in the hunt, in the belief that most of them are evil.
Good and evil's based on how people are raised and what they've been hurting for. However, most people don't care about that. No.
I think you'll like her.
If I ever meet her, I'm sure I'll cherish it, but... You've lost a lot, and you're so willing to help me. I'm going to go on a limb, and it's not because I look like the guy who was your friend. You still haven't given up on people, have you?
haven't.
Get
In
her-
all honest truth, I haven't. I just haven't been able to ever since this curse was placed upon me.
Is there any way of fixing it? He
No.
points to the stone stairs. All right then.
Unless you wish to perish.
If you live, maybe. But I don't think you would want. But something tells me you're not the kind of person who trades lives.
I don't.
So even if I offered, which I am,
I would decline.
Garrett just sits down. This other me, did he have a bad habit of getting people to think he changed them at all?
He kind of just like crawls out of the ground and kind of just lays down nearby. You can see like now you can see his whole body and how like torn up he is.
Garrett. Oh, he and Garrett had that in common then.
Yep. Repeat the question.
The other me, you know, did he have this unlucky habit of his friends saying they inspired them as well?
I am not sure if it was this Garrick or Esmira.
She's alive then.
Barely.
If I had to watch her die, I don't know what I'd do with myself. Thank you, Stradaza. For what it's worth while I'm here, whatever I'm supposed to be fixing, I'm going to see what I can do to, at the very least, set the foundation of getting your people help.
Just be careful with the young folk. And be careful with her.
Esmera? Yeah. Don't want to be creeps, so I'm not going to ask you what she's been through. I'd rather hear it from her. Respect privacy and all that.
All I can tell you is 16 years ago, her world came crashing down.
Anyone else visit you to come from another world other than Kevin?
This weird, infernal creature.
Well, I don't judge by species.
I wouldn't either. They came quite most respectfully, asked me a few questions, and then left.
Why do I get the feeling you were disappointed you didn't get more conversation out of it?
I mean, I'm usually alone here. And when I do walk amongst the people in the cove, they usually ignore the blind man.
For what it's worth, I want to. For what it's worth, if I see you, I won't. I think I'll like to have a drink with you. Garrett gets up. It's nice. It's nice re-meeting you, Strutazin. Please. I hope we see each other before I leave.
Come back anytime.
All right, Garrick will walk up to Nexus, pet the good bird, pet the good
He is
primordial
so
bird.
excited. He is so excited to see you. He's
What
just
other
rolling,
thing he's going to try
tumbling.
doing it on ya?
He just did.
Garrick pets him. All right. All right, Nexus. Take me to Resmira. He says in Primordial, if you knew me before, you know I don't give up on people no matter what.
And is it Dex down to let you climb up?
He does so.
And whoosh, there it goes again. So, things and pieces are in place. Who should I start with now? Yo, Kevin and Fury.
I swear I haven't done anything wrong.
You
Yet.
have done so much wrong.
Oh, we know that's a bullshit lie.
I
So,
would like to roll a deception with my plus 20 in deception.
I have a plus 30.
And they're
Well,
the
no.
DM, so they can tell a lie.
Either way,
What?
so you're being taken down to a little bit of the lower level, and you see this creature, pretty tall, just
Yeah,
stomping by. Just stomping by, looking pissed off as fuck.
So, what are you referring to? Are you referring to the Draconine, or
No, I'm
You.
referring to you.
yeah? Well, she's not stomping, but she's moving with urgency.
Is
Hey!
everything okay?
You seem to be in a little bit of haste. Is there something I can help you with?
Possessions of mine have been stolen. I believe the culprit was called Sky.
Oh. Oh, she got to you then.
What's wrong with who's a Sky?
Young girl, white skin, freckles.
Yep,
Hmm.
that's Sky.
That kind of sounds similar to this person I know by the name of Rosalind. With that said,
One, she's not a vampire.
and he just slowly turns his head towards you. Oh,
That was out of
and
character, I'm sorry.
well,
Fair
you know
enough.
there's a vampire. I know out of game she's not a vampire, but that said,
Do apologize. If you actually report that to the person running the Thunderlock and Bar Crawl, she'll probably get Sky to return anything that she stole from you. Not even I can catch her. She's very elusive. She's learned a lot of tricks.
She managed to
Would it
avoid
co-
even my. She managed to avoid even my keen sight, which is pretty impressive.
and what would it cost anything to get her to return the items?
If
You
you
have
want
something-
everything that you own to be gone, then yes.
You had something stolen from you as well.
No,
Oh.
not by Sky, but from this weird fox thing that was standing up on its hind legs, even though it was quadrupedal. It wasn't even an Arcanoloth.
Oberon?
I don't know. It didn't even say its name. It had like a high pitched voice. It appeared to be young, but then again, this is the fox I'm talking
Oh
about.
wait, it's the fox that you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fox I was talking
If you
about.
keep going on about this, I'm gonna have to take you to the trauma center.
You would not believe. Anywho, that said,
I believe I know where this pub. I believe I know where this tavern is. I may have to accompany there.
Well, first I need to get this young man checked.
So it does seem like he's seen better days.
Definitely.
I don't know who you are, Miss.
Furiora.
Pleasure to meet you, Fioriora. Ahead of warning here. Apparently, casting magic is a no-go.
Good thing I do not rely on such things.
No,
Though I must admit it's strange. Ever since I stepped foot in this plane, I've felt more alive than I have in a very long time.
Really?
Is that unusual?
It seems like it to me. You probably should actually go talk to Oberyn. Oberyn can get access to the case that's going on right now.
speaking of feeling alive, Lord, Lord,
Lord Naya.
Lord Naya. Why on what's I overheard the thing mentioned the gods in this world are this entire place is gone.
Well, it is said to be. I'm not too sure. Some people actually do get blessings from divinity. And there are, several creatures that live amongst us that do have certain elements of divinity. Some people claim they have made pacts with such, other people praise them. And the only person that I know of who actually gets some sort of power and reward is Rain.
That's interesting.
Where would I find this, Oberon?
Oberyn, he is the assistant to the Archmage in the Arcanium. So if you head all the way to the top and head towards the big dome, that's where you'll be able to find them.
I guess that's where I'll make my destination once I'm done at the apothecary then.
I suppose we should meet up after I've. Maybe we should travel together after I've made my acquaintance at the Thunderlock and Bar Crawl.
Well, maybe we can go and get you your items back.
Yeah. Go get yourself looked at. You seriously look like you're about to fall over.
Yeah, come on. Before you have an aneurysm or something.
No, seriously, you look like I could blow on you and you'd faint.
Not gonna lie. Yeah, you're probably right.
That's why I've been careful to breathe around him.
Ouch.
She
Might as
smirks,
well take
showing a
She smirks,
showing a jaw full of sharp fangs. It appears every single one of her teeth are fangs.
You see, Naya just returned a smirk. She's also has a mouthful of sharp teeth.
Well,
She
she's a
doesn't seem
kobold. It makes
bothered.
sense.
She doesn't seem bothered by your presence whatsoever.
Well, she's a kobold. It makes sense that they have a mouthful of sharp teeth.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there wouldn't happen. You wouldn't happen to know if there's any Arcana loths inside the city, would you?
Oberyn is in Arcanoloff.
Oh fuck.
He's really friendly, though.
Speaking of names, I believe you're the only one here without one, Mr.
Ah, yes. Name's Kevin. Kevin Putman.
Nice to meet you.
A pleasure.
Kevin Putman.
All right, back to you.
Wait.
That said,
What did you say, Snow?
Oh, Naya just muttered Kevin Putman. The Putmans need to be put away.
is there another group here by the name of the Putmans?
I heard they are horrible, horrible hunters. But either way, I digress.
Out of game, I feel insulted, you fuck.
But either way, let's take you down to the apothecary. Rain would fix you up lickety split.
You know,
Meet you at the
no
bar. Meet
offense.
you outside the bar, then.
Meet you there as well. And Lord Naya, no offense, but it sounds like you're being sarcastic. I can't tell if you're being I can't tell if you are being sarcastic or you're insulting me, or both.
Good.
He just kind of squints his eyes at you, at her.
She gives you a smile.
All right, let's keep going. I will
So,
admit this is a beautiful city.
thank you. Well, most of it wasn't actually my work. After a while, they needed somebody to be put in power. Since, well, the two individuals that were in power didn't want to be in power anymore, so I took up the responsibility since they chose me to do so. Pisses me off every time, but I make do. Either way, this way. And she leads you to the apothecary, where you get patched up by this gray-furred Leonin.
Ooh.
Very soft-spoken, very shy. But seems very bubbly around people she knows. And another one? Really? Oh, you look horrible. I meant your condition, not how you look. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. This I can't even keep up with much pride. Yeah, no, this hurts. Not gonna lie. I quickly learned that magic in this land is kind of messed up, so to speak.
Yeah, it really is. Not a lot of people actually cast it for that very reason. Under controlled circumstances, maybe. In the Arcanium, magic can be casted as normal. And only so many individuals can actually cast it as normal as well. As
That
firm as I'm so sorry. I said her a lot.
no,
Sorry.
you're fine.
Um, as far as I am aware, the Archmage, her daughter, and a handful of other people that have passed by through here are able to cast magic as normal. But
Hmm.
even then, it seems kind of odd that they can. Especially since after, well, the harvest.
What's the harvest?
Oh, you don't know about the harvest?
No, there's quite a lot that I don't know about this land. I've only recently arrived. Oh, this is quite a bit to take in, but
She's kind
I would
of
like to
sat
know
you
more.
down in a chair and then plucks a small potion bottle off the shelf. Kind of like soft, like gently shakes it before taking a claw, using it to pluck out the cork and handing it to you to drink.
What does it smell like?
It smells like blood.
Hmm.
I usually don't use this for a lot of things, but it should get you healed up and stabilized.
Why am I about to consume blood?
It's
Exactly. Whose blood is this? Out of curiosity.
it's dragon's blood.
Dragon's blood. Would Kevin be able to connect the dots at that point?
Yeah, because well, you've had a massive genocide of dragons in your world. With kind of
Is
maybe sort of the same motives except instead, the major motive was wipe them out to make them not a problem.
They
But
definitely
still
used,
used-
yeah, they used the
Yeah, they
materials.
definitely used them as
Mm.
materials. It's just
actually,
you never really use them as blood.
Actually,
as far
I
as
can
you're
actually tell
aware.
you exactly where you saw them used. The dragon bone sword was like a big example of that in practicality. That Trench had.
And then
Mm.
was later given to Tartarus.
Yes, Tartarus
Yeah.
wielded it at some point.
Yeah, Tartarus did have a dragonbone
Um,
greatsword. I do remember
A
that.
dragon slaying sword.
Kevin and grimaces. I don't suppose there's any other way to get better than drinking this.
Well, it seems like you're not willing to stay in one spot for too long. So this will fix you up right now, but if I were to keep you, you would be here for a couple weeks. I'm just trying to, make life a little easier for you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Looks at the bottle. Oh, well, you are, old friend. Sorry you had to go through this. Go and drink
So,
the bottle
before you do that,
potion.
I was gonna say Garrick was gonna cast Sending on you because of the skill he could cast magic. Kevin, it's Garrick. I'm in this world too. I'm assuming you felt sick. I have a remedy given by Dragon. Please meet at Arcanium.
That's a good thing. I'm going to the. He thinks to himself, well, that's a good thing. Wait, no, he can respond. He can.
Yeah, you can respond. You can respond with 25 words or less.
Currently at apothecary. Learned of magic. About to drink the dragon's blood. Not exactly ideal. See you soon. Let's get out of here. And that's it. He goes and drinks the dragon's blood.
As you drink the dragon's blood, everything within yourself feels restored. Anything that you have wasted, you have regained those charges back. Your health is now up to full, and you are stabilized for the next 24 hours. So you are not affected by, the magic bullshit for the next 24 hours.
So, random question: if someone had brought a dragonborn or something into the world, would they be immune to the crap?
Not exactly.
What about Typhel?
Because even Typhel has to suffer through the magic bullshit.
She's only half, not full difference.
Yeah. And even then, it is the potion itself. It smells majority of dragon's blood, but if you notice, there was like purple swirls in this vial. It's actually enhanced with magic and herbs, so it's a blend to give that effect, which the dragon blood fully promotes. Dragon, like I said, dragon's blood is a very powerful component. Not as powerful as celestial blood, but it is a very powerful component.
Actually, that raises the question: Is there a Typhel in this world?
Yes, there is.
We'll get to that later. Again, we got.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So I guess this is where we go to Furiora at the bar.
Yep, we're going back to Fury. Wait, Kevin, where are you going? To the bar to meet with Fury, or are you going like up to the Arcanium where you're gonna bump into a clusterfuck of people?
Kevin would think the apothecary, the person who took care of them and would give them a couple of gold pieces. He'd give them 8 gold pieces because he doesn't have a lot of gold on hand.
Well, for the potion, I have to charge you a little more than this.
Oh.
But since you were pretty rough.
No. How much is it for the full potion?
Don't hurt me. I need about 1,000 gold pieces.
Did Sky
He
leave him that
gives-
much?
Don't hurt.
He
Oh no, he didn't meet
gives-
Sky. My bad.
He goes and puts down 15 gold. Fortunately, this is all I came here with, but I will make sure to pay you back in full in some sort of way.
Don't worry about it. You seem very
No.
rough. I wasn't going to.
Listen, as someone who is, well, for most of their life a traveling merchant, I always make it a merchant's honor to pay back any debts that I have in full at some point. So I will make sure before I leave to try and get you your gold back for this.
It's very appreciated.
It's not a problem.
Now
I
I won't
will-
be here any further. You could go on and do your daily thing.
Could I get your name, actually?
My name's Rain.
Pleasure to meet you, Rain, and I appreciate your help. Make sure to get you back your gold later. But that, now I need to be going. I have to go and meet up with someone at a local bar first.
No drinking.
I don't plan to drink. Rather, I'm going there to aid them in recovering some stolen goods, and while I'm on the side, try to make a little bit of a coin while I'm here.
Okay.
Interesting that drinking alcohol may or may not interfere.
It's a type of poison. Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But
I mean,
either
most
way,
medicines
I think
tell you shouldn't drink.
yeah. But anyways, you're in the bar about to meet Snow.
What are you doing racing about, you cat?
Zoomies.
Zoomies.
So Fury,
Mhm.
we're heading to the bar
Mhm.
where you last saw this little shit walk
Yes.
into who stole your stuff.
Yeah.
You walk in there, she's not there.
Fury is going to be keeping a hand on the hilt, on the guard, not on the handle to make it look like she's going to draw it. She's just keeping a hand on the guard. So she can feel it's there.
It's
Because
fair.
she doesn't trust this person to not be hiding somewhere.
You're assuming they know you're coming after you.
Still, she's going to walk up to the barkeep. Just kind of to start, yeah, just kind of sit down on. I assume they have stools.
Yeah, they do.
She's just going to sit down on one of the stools.
She walks over. She's like busy tending to some kegs. Oh, I'll be right with you. Give me 1 second.
Sure. Do you mind if I put this down on the bar? I've already had one stolen today.
Sure.
And she slowly draws it so as not to alarm any attention and places it on the bar in front of her. You will notice Snow is Snow blind. Can she actually still see?
She can still see. It's just very not. It's not good. It's not good.
Well, she will be able to notice this sword. Yeah, the handle was already very ornate, but as she pulls it out, she be able to notice that the blade is this beautiful iridescent blue color. Very clearly a magical sword. And it is in near perfect condition.
After
very or-
after she finishes whatever the fuck she was doing, she comes over to you, looks at the sword, looks up to you, squints. You look awfully familiar.
I know, strange. I feel compelled to boot the snoot.
Don't you dare.
God. God damn it, Fury.
She snarls at you.
I will refrain.
Do you know anybody by the name of Ayu by any chance?
I'm not sure whether to play with the joke or to just say no.
It's not a joke. This is the snow from your world, dude.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether to play this, but this is the same person or not. I'm gonna say. She just leaned over. We're not supposed to talk.
We're not supposed to talk about them, apparently.
But no, for reals, they are.
Her eyebrow like raises, but then just shrugs it off. Would you like a drink? I have many a kind.
Unfortunately, I believe all I can afford is water, considering I was robbed.
By who? She slides you
believe,
a glass of water.
I believe the person was named Sky.
Ah, that little rascal. I probably taught her a couple things too much. You know, being the best around is
You know she
bound
plans
to
to
draw
take.
some attention.
You know she plans to take you down, right?
I know. And I'd love to see her try.
She takes a sip. Just kinda. If you happen to see a sword with a. If you happen to see a blade with a disc pommel bearing the sigil of a raven, that probably belongs to me.
I have not seen any of the sort.
Do you have any idea where she might keep it?
Probably in a secret stash in the Arcanium.
I do plan to be heading there to speak to Oberon, so they'll have to do some investigating.
You wish to investigate the Mages Academy.
I'll just say I was pointed there by Snow.
So you're
Well,
appointed there by a self-proclaimed queen thief.
To recover stuff that was stolen by Sky.
do you really trust Snow, out of all people, to tell you correct information when it comes to the location of stashes?
That's the other thing, too.
Oh, she doesn't have any reason to lie to me, I guess, but then again, this is Snow.
I mean, I would
Then
just do the
again,
insight, just to be safe.
I will attempt it, though I'm probably going to screw it. Because I bet you
You
she
couldn't
has
go that bad.
I bet you she has deception through the fucking roof.
Surprisingly
Maybe-
enough, not really.
I mean, I was about to say, maybe it's only a one-story roof.
17.
Look out, look out.
But then she nat 20'd it, so what else?
You were so close! You had a 50 you had a coin flip. I'm sorry, man.
So she's not whatever you think. She's not lying. She seems to be telling you the absolute truth.
Fuck.
You should see my face right now. I did not expect that natural
Although compared to me, yes, 7 deception is through the fucking roof.
sweat.
It's only a first floor. But continue.
It's been hopeful. If and when she does try to take you down, give her an extra kick from me.
I'm not beating up any children.
Oh no, she'll probably be an adult by then.
Then if that's the case, probably. But I digress.
That she'll finish the drink and again carefully put the thing back in her carefully put the sword back in her scabbard, keeping her hand on the guard again. It's clear she's very protective of this particular one. I thank you for your assistance. Maybe we'll meet again sometime.
I'll be around. You know where to find me.
She, out of character joke, she taps the side of her own nose.
Ooh.
As in, like, mockingly saying, I'm boot with Snoop.
Out of character, she squints at you. Judgmentally.
Gotta go with the jokes.
How dare you boop the snoot?
Ouch.
I'm
Now everybody's heading over to the Arcanium.
Yep, so I think that's probably a good place for us to reconvene.
Probably.
Yup. So let's start with the elf.
Which
Oh.
one?
Which elf?
The one with the sovereign glue all over his face.
I repeat, which one?
Which one?
God damn it!
They both have ears.
The white one!
Which one?
Which one?
No, okay, wait. Old Ben or Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Which one is Obi-Wan Kenobi? I don't see Kevin as that.
Young, because he has the younger.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Elrin.
Yes.
Oh wait, I have to do this. Hold on. Kevin hops down. Hello there.
Hello there.
Either way.
General.
Either way. He's making his way up the stairs. He finally gets up to the top. Holy shit.
Sky is just standing there. Really?
Give me a sec.
Really? Really?
Oh god, he became Po from Kung Fu Panda.
I'm getting too old for this.
Bitch, why are you fucking old? You go around the set of whatever seas there are. How many there are, I have no idea what. I'm not out at sea. He never allows me to be on the ship for more than like 3 seconds. And you're going to tell me that you're too old to be climbing the fucking stairs.
I'm 160. Leave me alone.
That's young for an elf, you
I
dumbass.
know. As he stands up, he's like, "Yeah, I know. I'm fucking with you."
Anyway,
That was a lot of steps. Holy shit.
yeah,
that was a
getting your
mistake.
steps in, huh? Maybe you lost some weight finally.
That was a mistake.
Getting rid of that beer belly you had.
I never had a beer belly.
Whatever. I know it's there.
He like pokes his stomach.
Let's move on, please, because
And all
like
she
you know, like,
feels
we
is
don't
ripped, shredded
we don't have a lot of time, so like let's move
he
on
makes
so
it-
we can
he-
like get everyone to be together.
She's kind of just following you now.
He's heading into the Arcanium.
So, what are you doing heading over to the Arcanium?
I'm looking for Oberon.
Oh. Open! Why you piece of shit? You owe me $5 for my sandwich!
You sound like a bird that got on my nerves a long time ago.
Okay, Sona, she lives here.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yay!
He's just like he's like, oh shit. I mean, oh, that's wonderful.
Great, isn't it?
Yeah. Where's
So
Oberon?
Sky is basically what happens when Snow meets K-Sona. Wonderful.
Anyway,
He looks for Oberon.
as you approach the Arcanium, you notice that there is no fucking door. Where's the door? What's the door? Where is it? Where is it? There is no door.
He like looks around and he's like spins around. Where's the door?
Insert
here.
sad.
Points at a wall.
He pokes the wall.
It's a wall.
That's a
Sad lockpick. Sad lockpick noises.
It's the door.
He just presses his finger against the wall.
It's a
Feels
wall.
like a wall to me.
Okay, whatever. Bye. You see her walk through the wall. She just walks through the fucking wall that you just poked.
He presses his full hand against it.
Not working.
He is not able to pass through it.
She sticks her head out. Are you coming in or what?
I can't get in. It's a fucking wall. He just presses his hand against it, and it's just not. It just doesn't. Nothing happens.
Ooh, bad luck, buddy. Oh, I guess you're not gonna talk to Oberon.
All right. Okay. I guess I won't let you on my ship any longer. As he just starts walking away.
You're not even my Oberon!
I'll figure it out.
And I bet
And
you
he just
don't even
keeps,
have a ship anymore!
yes, I do.
Since fucking when?
What did she say?
Since fucking when?
Since I became the king. As he just keeps walking.
What?
You're the
Wait,
prince.
whoa. Huh?
I thought this was after the end of. Oh, right now. He's just like, my bad, prince. He's like, ever since I became prince,
You're a prince?
he's like turns. Mm-hmm.
You. A prince of nobility?
Yes.
Oh god, I've really gone insane.
He's just like, yes, like that wasn't already established. Anyways, is there a way to get in there?
Yep, come here. She sticks her hand up.
He just grabs her hand.
Do you dare walk through the thing now?
He'll try.
You walk through the thing.
So, how are you able to get in?
I live here. I have VIP access.
What are you wearing that allows you to pass through it?
I stole this. You see this small? She pulls out like a small thing from like a cuff that she has. Like she slips this coin from underneath the cuff.
Hmm.
And you
Okay.
notice that on this coin, on one side it's like a pair of angel feathery wings, and on the other side is a pair of bat-like wings.
Oh.
Lovely. I think I can guess what that is.
That's an ooh.
Anyways, it's like, okay, where's Oberon?
Oberon! Oberon, you better not be dusting the artifacts again! I swear I want that stupid plushie! It's so great! You're not getting the plushie, Sky! You notice this, fox. He stands about 5'4". He's pretty short. And he just walks out of a room holding, like a bunch of scrolls and fixing his glasses upon his face. He has
Oh,
He
God.
has fluffy red fur and he wears mage's robes. And he seems to stand tall, and anything that he has said had no deceit in it.
From my encounters with Thanalis, would I know that this is an Arcanoloth?
You do know this is an
Yeah.
Arcanoloth.
Ellerin literally pulls out both his rapiers as if he's like in the ready stance.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! No weapons allowed in the Arcanium!
Sky?
Please put that away!
Sky, explain.
That's Oberon. Put down your fucking weapon. She's kind of like swats at your hand.
He's still
away.
there and he's paused for a second. He's like, so that's what Snow was joking about.
Oh, you spoke with Snow?
Yes.
Oh.
She told me to talk to you. She didn't tell me what you were.
Oh. Well, a lot of people tend to do that because, first impressions. I know when people hear Arcanoloth, it's like, oh, deal making, and you're gonna get messed up. It's not really the case.
Well, to be fair, the only Arcanoloth I've encountered tried to kill us. Twice.
Oh,
No, 3
my
times.
apologies.
Well, no, you twice. Me 3 times, because remember, you guys were gone the first time.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, my apologies. I promise you that I'm not like that. And if you roll an insight, no deceit, zero, zilch, none.
It's fine. With his insight, even with his
With his
insight, he
passive,
can probably
you can
tell.
tell. Well, what was Snow telling you to come here for?
She said that you could give me some sort of information on what's going on here. She was talking about a large mass of a snow-like material that didn't burn and spread it like wildfire.
Oh. I'm going to have to go visit my mistress's office. She has all the papers there. I have,
You mean Rosmira?
yeah.
Great. And he just starts walking. Let's go.
Whoa! Where do you think you're going?
Rosmira.
What? No.
Why?
I'll go in there later.
Is there a reason that you don't want me going in there?
She probably doesn't want any visitors right now. And she was pretty grouchy this morning. So I highly advise for you to actually just leave her alone.
Oh shit! I just realized that Ellerin there is still alive, so she'll think you're probably him and probably respond very hostile like.
There's a reason why you're not allowed in the Arcanium.
There's a reason why Elrin's not allowed.
Yeah, so maybe don't
Yeah.
piss off the Archmage, who could probably, destroy you.
He's not questioning you right now because you seem very different from the current Elrin that he knows, and he knows that there's some bullshit going on. So Oberyn is really, really intelligent. He can see that you're not from here. You're not the Elrin he knows, so that's why he's not really aggressive towards you.
What is Rosmira and this Elrin's relationship?
Well, they're pretty good friends for the most part. It's just Elrin, this world's Elrin, has a bad case of sticky fingers.
He's stolen from Rosmira before?
Yes,
What a fucking idiot.
I know, right?
Ah,
Hence
fuck.
why you probably weren't allowed into the Arcanium.
Fine. I won't go to Rosmira.
Thank you, or she'll have my head.
Alright, fine. I will wait here. He just goes and finds a chair to sit in and just resting
Well-
Elrin face as he sits down.
Well, how long have you been here? Where do you come from?
Not here.
Well, I know that, but where? Like, different plane, different part of the continent? Where?
If I had to guess from everything that's happened, different plane.
Then Rasmir and I were right. There are different material planes of existence. Oh, I gotta go jot this down.
You're not coming to mine.
Oh,
I feel like
but I
that
would love to explore.
this is probably when Fiora arrives, probably.
Yep, Fury and Kevin.
Yeah, because we would have met up outside the bar.
Yeah, you would have met up outside the bar. So go ahead and do that if you wish.
Ah,
Oh.
good. You're looking a lot better.
Yep. Wait, we're at the bar, right?
Yeah, at the
Just
front of the
outside of you.
Okay.
Thunderlock and Bar Crawl. Yeah.
Right. Before we go up to the Arcanium real quick, I need to actually speak to the owner inside real quick.
I'll wait out here for you.
Alright, Kevin, go inside. Oh. Excuse me. Excuse me, barkeep.
What?
Sorry to trouble you if busy. I
No,
just
it's
have
fine.
couple-
It's fine. I was just receiving a message from a friend of mine.
Oh, what? If that's the case, I can take a step outside and wait. It's
No. I could respond to it later. How can I help you?
let's see. Two things. One, you wouldn't happen to know if there's any sort of small jobs here and there that can earn me some extra coin.
Well, I know plenty of small jobs. It's just depending on which side of the law you want to be on.
Well, I would prefer to be on the good side, anything that could get me around a couple thousand, at least 1,000 gold.
You
Close
drank some
to it.
dragon blood, didn't you? That's usually the price for a small vial.
Yes, and I want to try and pay the person back in full.
Here. She kind of just gives you a sack of coin.
What? No, well, I'm gonna have to pay you back somehow.
Don't pay me back. I have a business and I'll get it all back. Just don't come back.
I will pay you not to drink here.
Okay.
A lot of you folk
second.
have been coming in and asking me of weird things.
Well, I was actually gonna follow up with a weird thing to begin with. Have you seen a quadrupedal fox roaming around that can stand on its hind legs and can talk,
And had
that can
purple fur.
teleport, and had purple fur? No, they have like a high pitch, kind of a high pitch voice or tone to them.
I can just hear Snow's deadpan look.
I can kind of feel it.
Like it's slightly off key, like a slightly off key violin, just like.
I'm gonna take it as you don't know, and this is just another case of me apparently being crazy. Oh,
I can almost
No,
feel like she's deadpanning.
I don't recall anything.
well, figured it was worth a try.
Anything else? Maybe a drink? Some food?
I would like to get something to drink and to eat, but I'm sadly out of coin, so I will just take my leave with this.
Don't forget your sack of coin and don't come back.
Mm-hmm. And he takes the sack of coin and leaves.
She's judgmentally staring you.
He judgmentally stares back as he walks out.
He's got that asshole vibe. I hate him.
Hang on a sec. Kevin thinks to himself, she's definitely going to backstab me at some point.
So you guys make your way to the Arcadium, right?
Yep. At this point, Garrick, you're also approaching the Arcanium on Nexus.
Oh,
I don't think you
Oh,
see
yeah.
who's on him because Nexus is a huge creature, and you're probably
Yep.
looking up.
that's a large dragon. And hi,
Bird.
Elrin.
Elrin, you're not in.
You guys aren't
you're not
inside.
in. You're
Oh
outside.
yeah, Elrin's okay. My bad.
Nexus, take me to
Uh,
the closest entrance into the Arcadium. Quickest way to her office.
Wait, Garrick?
She lands.
yeah.
You see the creature land
I'm back.
at the entrance of where Elrin is, and then you hear a thump.
A Cthulhu.
Garrett hops off Nexus. Good boy, Nexus. He throws him another thing of ration.
He
Ah.
he chases after it because he missed.
That's
All
about
right,
the time I
good boy,
see you.
Nexus. Good boy. Now go back to guarding, okay, boy? Go!
And you hear it roar as it flies back up into the sky and then dives into the ravine.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Garrick.
Furia, you see,
Oh.
Garrick.
So.
Oh, wait,
man,
actually, with Furia, notice the similarities.
What do you mean?
Sky.
Roll me an insight. Roll me an insight.
I guess I can attempt it.
Roll me an insight.
Roll me an insight.
How did you wake up?
Sorry, give me a moment.
Why are we fucking whispering?
My mouth is being stupid.
Because
12.
this is a
12.
this is a 5. This is a
I don't think I can technically roll deception because I'm not consciously aware.
this is a 5 gum commercial.
But, do they notice Alice?
No.
Okay.
Wait, can I roll an insight? Oh wait, no.
You haven't met Sky.
Yeah, I just realized that. I was like, wait a minute.
Kevin,
Right.
catch. He tosses him the scale.
Thank you. Let me guess. Some magic timey-wimey bullshit.
You
Happen again.
realize, Kevin, when you thrown the scale, you realize it's a you remember the scale shape and color.
Wait a minute.
I met a friend who
Oh,
Kevin
God dang it.
Garrett covers your mouth. I met a friend. He gave me this in exchange for some tails. That is what we're going to keep it with.
Yeah, but I had insulted them.
Yes,
Now I realize who
Kevin.
this was.
Kevin.
Son of a bitch.
It's
What?
listen. I vouch for you for him. If you go to him and say sorry, I'm sure he'll forgive you.
Oh, obviously, if I see the scale in your head, oh, that guy. He seemed really nice.
No. He sold me the scale. He found it on the road. Who are you?
That's a good question.
He sold me the scale. Who are you?
This is
Yeah, and nothing else.
right.
Nothing
Garrett.
else.
Furiora, this is Garrick. Garrick, this is Furiora.
Pleasure to meet you. I believe I ran into the same merchant that you did.
Yes, he's a nice guy. Had a lovely conversation with him that lasted about half an hour.
Right, so how do we get into the Arcanium?
She offers her hand. She offers her
He
her
shakes it.
two-fingered hand.
He shakes it. Yeah.
And I'm sure we can immediately both feel the feedback.
Yep. You both feel the feedback.
Garrick expected this because he knew that it was a fiend. She was a fiend. He just
Yeah.
Furio. You can tell that Garrick is not judging or oh ew. He just shakes it normally.
Must admit, I'm surprised you're taking this so well. Most of your kind I find hate us.
First off, stereotyping. So that's on you. Second, I don't judge people by what they are. I judge them by what they do. Now, as far as I'm aware, you haven't done anything to me, so that means we're on neutral territory.
It's not stereotyping when it's all I've ever encountered.
Actually, it is. Actually, it is because you haven't met everyone.
Okay, oh, fine. Hi.
Oh, Sky walks out.
Yeah, you see her walk out. She's like, Oberyn, that's fine. Hi.
Hello. Fancy running into you again.
Fancy meeting you again.
All right, what's going on here?
What's your name again?
You
Uh,
have something of mine.
Furiora, I'm gonna connect the dots here. She's the one that stole from you.
Very much so.
I temporarily borrowed and I swear I gave it back.
Oh, wait. You got robbed by a kid.
Ah!
Garrick is
Actually,
up.
now that you mention it, this
A kid
is a
who
little
may or may not
hilarious.
be planning to try and take down the Queen of Thieves Guild, but
Shut the fuck up!
Okay, first off, kids always have ambitions. Second, that seems more on you. Third, kid. Good job. Next time, make sure that you put something in its place.
Thanks.
she doesn't need any of that.
Do I recognize her at all?
At a glance, you're like, Resmer, wait. No. What? Wait. Blue eyes? What?
I'm gonna pin that for later. And if they're gonna do something, they should at least do it right.
Ha. Ha.
No,
Ha.
your extended trial might cause
She runs back into the wall.
Wait, kid.
Kevin would
Kid,
try
stop.
going.
Garrick
Kevin
would
will
chase
try
after her.
following.
Garrick would chase.
You run into the wall too.
Do we run into the Arcanium?
You run into the Arcanium.
Okay, good.
You see Sky run back in after having an argument with Oberyn,
Oh, hey,
being chased
Sky.
by Garrick.
What?
What?
Kevin would follow through as well.
Kid,
What the
relax. We're not gonna hurt. I'm not gonna hurt you.
I'm not.
And
Okay.
She
Hey.
might.
Hey,
Hey,
Garrick.
Kevin.
Hey,
Hey.
Kevin.
Hey, Oren.
All right. First off, kid, you took her sword.
maybe
You've already admitted that you were quote unquote borrowing
I
it.
borrowed it. I'll give it
That's an
back.
admission of guilt.
Well,
All right,
this
then,
is
how
a
about-
lovely party?
All right. How about we trade for it then, kid?
And I believe you took my
For
coin
what?
as well.
Well, that one's on you. All right, trade her sword for something I have.
What do you have?
Let's see. Potion of cold resistance.
Eh. Why cold resistance in particular?
I was in a cold nation a bit ago.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Anything else of interest?
2 potions of greater healing.
Not as good as what I could get.
My gun that you took from my side.
Oh, what?
He
He's
has his,
holding the gun.
Yep, I just haven't. He noticed. He just has his
Can I
hand
roll
extended.
perception to
I
make
keep
sure
it?
that nothing was stolen from Kevin?
Can I
Well,
keep it?
anything else?
Can I keep it? Please? I like how this thing looks.
Actually,
Do you
Garrick will
have any-
pull off his musket. Okay, give me my pistol back.
Oh,
Give
bigger
me,
gun.
give me my pistol back.
But I won't be able to work that.
The musket?
No, I'm small.
So,
You'll grow into it.
not only that. First, he like holds his hand out for the pistol. He takes it back. Second, he holds up the revolver, or the musket. First off, it's not about necessarily using it. Do you know the greatest use that you can have with a firearm?
What?
To never use it at all. One gun keeps another in the holster.
That makes no sense.
2 people with guns, they try to shoot each other, they both end up dead or really hurt. 2 people with guns see each other, they are less likely to pull a fast one.
Oh, okay.
Second,
Skip.
no, not yet. Second, it's not about how small you are, it's about how you handle it. Here, he hands it to her. It's not loaded, for the record.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Ooh, she starts to
Give the
inspect
loaded
it.
gun to a child.
A
Yeah, Garrett's not that
teenager,
dumb.
no less.
Alright, hold it out
This
for me.
thing has weight. Here? She kind of holds it out too.
No, like you're going to use it.
Oh, she
Holds it over her shoulder like a fucking bazooka.
she kind of just like holds it to her left shoulder.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Is Sky left-handed?
Yeah, she is.
Okay,
Interesting.
Just like her mom.
good. First off, the reload on this is decent. It takes a bit, so that's the first thing you gotta get used to. 1 shot.
Okay.
Second, you're gonna want to spread your feet out a little bit more.
I wonder how the hell Oberon is reacting to this fucking musket in the Arcania.
It's not loaded.
I was going to say.
It's
Wait.
Oh, the penny's just dropped, hasn't it?
yeah.
You see him swallow.
Yep. Also, you don't want to lead on your shoulder entirely. Put a little bit on your upper arm there.
Okay.
Helps with the recoil.
Okay.
Now, I notice you have one of your eyes closed while you're aiming, right?
I'm not supposed to do that?
No.
Nope.
Common misconception. You want to keep both eyes open. Helps with depth perception.
He's
Okay.
right about that.
Listen, I'm not a gun nut, but I do know a few things about guns.
You know that much. You're a gun nut.
God
There's
damn, man.
there's especially with the scope. Most people think one eye with the scope, that focus actually limits your depth perception, makes you more likely to miss.
Cool.
All right. Before I give it to you, though, he's still holding it. Her sword.
Fine. She flicks her wrist and all of a sudden the sword is in her hand.
Arcane Trickster?
She hands it to you.
Garrick is going to make a mental note of something because she is a teenager.
And she places it back in the scabbard on her shoulder.
Can I have the gun now? Please, please, please.
You can have the gun.
Woo!
when we get you a little bit more accustomed to it, then you can have ammunition.
Ah!
Gotcha.
However, no, you can't use the the rounds you stole from me.
Damn it.
Different caliber, I assume.
Second lesson, kid. Always want to make sure you put something equally heavy into the person's pockets after you rob them. They won't notice it until much later and you're long gone.
Okay. Thank you, weird mysterious man.
Can I roll
Elrin is
perception to
Elrin
see if-
is Elrin is there, and he's just like, "Fuck, this is awkward."
Ellen, you're going. What the fuck?
I think
It
you
won't
and over
fly.
it. I think you and over are going, what the
Elrin.exe has failed.
It stopped working. File corrupt.
Stopped working.
Please
File
reboot.
corrupted.
Muriel just doesn't
No.
know what the fuck's going on, so
No.
she's blissfully unaware.
I have business here, so if you want, how about after I'm done, I teach you how to use that thing properly with actual rounds. Agreed?
Look at Garrick being a dad.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna go check up
No,
on
no,
my
no.
on.
No, not okay, fine.
What?
Do you actually want to do it or not? Makes it sound like you are just trying to appease me.
Sure.
You are trying to appease me? Okay, I see how it is.
You don't do that to me.
I do that to you.
Where do you think you got it from? Out of game. Where do you think you got it from?
Fine. Yes.
Okay.
I just need to go attend to my friend first.
Okay.
All right.
She turns to the Arcana Fiora turns to the Arcana completely unfazed because tiefling. Ugh.
Well, plus what your is.
I'll be
for-
back soon. My friend Ruza needs some attending to.
Ah yes, that beautiful wyvern.
Yeah. It's
Right.
feeding time.
Oh, and before you go, kid,
What?
give Elrin back his gold.
Toss the
Wait,
coin.
What the?
Can I
What?
roll a perception to see if Kevin was looted as well?
If you check yourself, nothing's missing.
Okay.
I think she can't because Gary's calling her out on it. He's just guessing, by the way. I'm just guessing.
I'm out of here. Fuck
Fiora
this.
turns
All of a sudden, she snaps her fingers and she's gone.
Mr. Step.
Or
Okay,
dimension
I
door.
kn-
So she Fiora turns to the Arcana Loft. Oh, she doesn't know his name yet. Excuse me, I have questions here for Mr. Fred Oberon.
Oh, that's me.
Ah,
You are an Arcanoloth.
Yeah.
Is your name then Alice?
No.
We're best friends. Great.
I love it.
My name is Oberon. I am the assistant to the Archmage here.
You knew me, didn't you?
Okay, you're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
new? Wait, there's a you in this world?
Was.
That's why
I
she
know.
asked about the,
And I know how you went out.
I got some tips.
It's actually the reason that I'm here, that I came here.
What did they say it was?
Something fiendish in nature took the form of snow that spread like wildfire but didn't burn or melt.
Spores and parasites.
That's what I had to guess.
Garrett grew up in nature.
Makes sense. I mean, if it's something that can't kill you physically, there's bound to be
I mean,
something to kill you internally.
I'm not from the abyss. I'm from hell. So would I know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say Garrett knows exactly what's causing this, but he knows it's spores at the very least. It makes the most
So
sense.
can I take a guess at it? Because can I roll a nature or an arcana or something?
Probably, for you, it's probably history. So
Okay.
you can roll a history with advantage, because of the wars.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not used to using Roll20 anymore. 21.
Definitely demonic.
Definitely a
And
demonic.
it sounds along the lines of some little old bitch by the name of Zektamoy.
Fucking hell.
Definitely demonic in
I get
nature.
Zektamoy.
Sounds like it could be most likely something connected to Zektamoy.
Zektamoy.
Who is Zektamoy?
You mentioned the Abyss. I'm guessing powerful demon lord or something.
One of the stronger ones, I believe. Out of character, is that true?
Nope.
She's like one
One of the weaker ones.
She's one of the weaker ones. Literally. Any of the characters currently that are below level 10 can still bitch slap her into oblivion.
Oh, I don't know about that if it's still a demon lord.
Yeah, it's pretty weak.
He's
But
one of the weaker.
remember, this
Zektamoy
world,
is.
this
Yeah,
world,
this
the
world.
properties are different, so you don't know the
Yeah.
strength.
I don't make it a
of
habit. I'm
Zektamoy.
just wait. Well, if it's a demon
In the,
lord,
in the standard affair, he's actually one of the weaker ones. But given how I feel stronger in this world, I imagine such a creature like her would as well.
all right.
I mean, with the sense of the Celestials being semi no, not around, it only would make sense that a being such as Zektamoy would be able to be a lot stronger.
All right. Then in that case, we'll use it. Oberon, is there records in here of this, of tracking the epidemic of this, sporal infection?
Yes, dating back 16 years.
Okay.
But the thing is I can't access them right now.
Rasmira,
Yeah,
is there anything here we can use? Any witness reports?
no, she has all the paperwork.
Okay. When we get the paperwork, Fury, you seem to be able to sense where it is. You'll need to spread where it's spread and how far. Next, Kevin.
Hmm.
Last I remembered, you were a guard, right?
Yes, but
I'm not asking you to act like a guard here, but I'm assuming you're used to taking witness statements and putting them into the record. See what you can find about people who have survived the assault and where they're from. Finally, Ellerin, see, you and I could probably research where this spawned. If we're lucky, like the area where it spawned at the first reports. If we're lucky, we might be able to find the epicenter of where it was summoned from, using
actually, go ahead.
using combined information mapping out each of these reports, leading to one eventual location.
Yep.
Also, because I am in dunce,
Speaking of-
what did
I basically said, okay, so out of game.
No, I'm talking to Snow. What did the dragon? Because I was pointed to Oberon by the dragon. I've already forgotten what he said. Something about a charge or something. I spoke to the dragon and I said something to him, and then he pointed me towards Oberon.
You asked like where can you get more information about this, and he told you about Oberon.
That was about
yeah,
it.
You're probably thinking about Asmodeus himself, because Asmodeus sent you here to deal with Zugdamoy.
Yeah. Okay. So, that's actually a point. Why is the natural balance of magic in this world so far out?
The dragons were all killed during the Great Harvest. They kept balance. The overhunting of them led to an imbalance of the world, which caused rifts, I think, far greater than we could possibly imagine. It definitely caused a magical imbalance here. That's why in Stratos' lair, we felt better looking at it, Kevin.
Strataza is actually a Peridot dragon. They're in charge of keeping the world's magic at balance.
And they hunted his kind, and now his kind are nearing facing extinction.
Is there any other known ones, or is he the last?
Better they remain unknown before you say that. The more that information spreads, the more likely it is to get out.
He's the only one that I know of and that I've actually met. If
And
there are
they-
any more, they'll be incredibly hidden.
And it
I
should
try-
remain that way.
Considering
Good.
that exactly, but considering that the dragon pointed me in this direction to Oberon himself, I was assuming that Oberon knew about the dragon.
He did.
I do.
He did.
Exactly. So talking just with Oberon here is not going to cause any.
I know that's
I
right.
already
No.
promised him not to say
True,
anything.
but
No.
but everybody else on the outside, that is.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I already
it's-
promised not. I already promised not to reveal him.
Yeah, and the more we know, the more likely we could slip something. All it takes is one clever mind to realize it. Now, in terms of finding the epicenter, we're going to need those research notes. Basically, out of game, what I'm suggesting is we look up accounts of people, like of the first victims, in like whatever towns nearby. Look up when the infection was first recorded, not witnessed as it was recorded, and then see where it's been spreading. If all those three things we find together, we will likely find the epicenter of this infection, and that is probably where this creature is because it probably stationed that as a base.
Well, going by that logic, Garrick, hate saying this, I need to borrow some coin.
Well, thankfully,
I need to go and get myself a new bow, since my other one was stolen.
he throws you 200 platinum.
Your bow was stolen?
Yep. And everybody that I have talked to doesn't know who I'm talking about. Hell, one of them thinks I'm crazy.
Well, you haven't asked me. I could probably know something.
Okay, you know what? You are right about this.
You see his swag?
I'll give it a shot. All right. Have you seen a quadrupedal fox who has a high pitched voice, has purple fur, and can stand on its hind legs and can teleport?
Reminds me of a paladin
You
I've heard of.
You see, you see, you see his eyes widen. The Moonweaver? Really?
I guess, I don't know. They said that my bow looked interesting, and then they took it.
That must be the Moonweaver.
Oh, and then I turned into a. Oh, you. God.
Oh, right,
Hold on.
Kevin.
Hang on a second.
Yep.
Elrin, you'll find this one funny. I turned into a giant piece of ham on a golden platter.
That's because of the wild magic.
Speaking of which, the scale
Lauren just
on
chuckles
keep
on.
the scale on your attached to your body at somewhere, Kevin. Magic will work fine that way.
Okay, well then, how would one go approaching the Moonweaver, Oberon?
You don't approach the Moonweaver. The Moonweaver approaches you.
Okay, then instead of approaching it, how would one convince the Moonweaver to return said stolen items? Or do they just return it whenever they're done with it?
Well, she'll usually take things for a reason. She's not one of those kind of, ha ha, I will steal everything in your possession kind of people like Sky. She is kind of the ones who steal to make sure someone learns a lesson. It's a learning process in another form.
Kevin, were you going through something? Did something happen to you? Maybe it new?
I mean, I came out of well, I mean, at the time of stealing the bow, and still currently, I'm debating on whether or not I want to use it, but it's still a piece of property that I'd like to get back.
Why wouldn't you want to use it?
Because I've been using it for a while, but after my recent encounter with an illithid, I don't exactly want to use the bow anymore for the sheer power it has. It's a bow that's been crafted by a god, and I don't exactly think anyone ought to wield such power, even myself.
I know Kaysona had that god weapon. I know Typhel had her shield. What makes you different from them?
Because having such an item, to say the least, the amount of strength that I had, the anger that I felt during that time kind of got the better of me. I lost myself for a bit. So I decided to put the bow away and try to not use it.
Kevin, we're not defined by our mistakes. It's what we do after we make them, or if we stop them before we even decide to do them.
You're right.
Listen,
I still wanted to try and try to go through and find an alternative to not using the bow until I felt I was more responsible with it.
Kevin, no one will ever tell you that you're ready and you'll believe it. Trust me, I know. We get in our own heads. We tell ourselves that there's a reason why we're not. It isn't about being ready, it's about having faith in ourselves and our ability to do good. It's about having friends to keep us in check and make sure we can be the best that we can be. You have friends, and no matter what happens, if that bow didn't leave you, then some part of you thinks that you can still do it. Whatever you decide to do with it, that's on you. No one else makes that choice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I had to see my alternate girlfriend.
No, I don't think that's a really good idea.
Oberyn.
His ears wither.
I don't know what's happened to her. I don't know how much pain was caused by that event.
I don't think you'd want to see her in general. How was yours like?
It doesn't matter. Loving someone isn't choosing to love them at their best. It's choosing to be with them at their worst. Because if you can't do that, then you don't deserve their best. Now, I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm not going to try and stir her awake or demand answers. I'll be gentle. But she isn't going to get better if no one checks up on her. There is something you can do for me, though.
And what is that?
I learned of a chromatic dragon named Ducia. If possible, she seemed, according to our mutual friend, she seemed like a good chance at hope in this world. If there's anything I can do while I'm here to help her, whether it finance her or her allies that help dragons, please let me know. I can't stay here forever, and none of us can fix this world's problems. But we might be able to give it a head start.
I've heard about her before. But she's quite elusive. Very friendly, though, is what I've heard of.
I'll only use a picture to make contact, but if it's too much trouble, don't worry about it. I just want to leave something there.
Imagine this, alright? So imagine a pretty big red dragon. But this dragon has icy blue eyes and has a lot of white spots all over her.
I'll contact her then, bit going on that information.
She's also really friendly and quirky.
That's good. The world needs more people who can still be friendly. Ellerin,
Yes.
your alternate version still alive here?
What Skies told me, yes.
You think we could use his name to get any research or information?
On what exactly?
Mercenaries, people who likely side with the Fiend, as well as strategic weak points.
Oh yeah, you could definitely use that power here. This port is actually controlled by Pirate King Illirin, so
Out of curiosity, how does he dress?
very raggedly.
I think I've got that covered.
And smells way worse than you.
I can fix that.
Garrick presentations you to smell like alcohol.
There it
I
is.
feel like it.
Oh wait, what kind of alcohol actually?
I don't
Well,
know.
yes.
What's your poison?
My guess how I
Here,
used to
I
drink.
got it.
He starts walking. He's like, my guess how I used to drink heavy rum.
He makes you smell
He
like rum.
goes and
Fucking hell, this is a memory I didn't want to
so you know what? No, hold on a second. You go, Kevin will prestidigitate dirt on your, like, all over your body. There we go. Now you look a bit dirty.
Well, I'm about to go change, so. Because he has his black clothing with him. He's just like,
If you need any more attire, there's a couple of rooms with a lot of different kinds of attire. It's usually for the drama.
good
Furiora.
enough. As he starts walking.
Furiora.
You know what? I'm gonna go help, Elrin.
Sorry,
Can I
yes.
help?
Sure.
You know the most about fiends. Work with Oberyn to see what you can find about Zectamoy.
Got it.
Oberon, you're okay with this?
I'm fine.
If you're not, no harm in saying so.
No, it's all right. I'm just not really comfortable in going into the mistress's room right now.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not you then.
That's cold, Garrick.
Damn. But not inaccurate.
Relax. That's not the first time I've seen her in a bad position. Garrett will go to Restimer's office, but we can deal with that later, because, you know, I've taken up enough time.
So who wants to deal with who first? Unless you guys want to cut it off here. It is
mean, I-
almost midnight for us, and it's really late for you.
5 a.m. in the morning for me.
I think
Yeah.
it's probably a good place to
That
cut it
seems like a
off.
good place to cut it off.
Yeah, it seems like a good place.
You guys want to cut it off and wait for part 2?
Alright, next week will be part 2
Yeah.
then.
Yeah,
So
next
much
week part 2.
So much
Alright.
for a one shot.
I said in particular that it could run maybe for more, so that's,
mean,
that's
usually
why I
that's what-
said.
That's why
One
we're
shot
saying it could
usually
our
lasts
one
a
shot-
few sessions.
our
anyhow.
1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So I did say it was gonna run for probably more than one.
Yep,
I
but
know.
anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna be uploading this to YouTube. Yeah, see you next week. Bye!
Bye bye.
Bye.